4, 3, 2, 1. You know you're hosting right
Mhm.
there.
Oh, I'm hosting?
Did you? It says the guy that actually looked at the doc.
Yeah, I did look at the doc, but I looked at like the topics of the doc. I didn't look at, you know, the host. If I knew that, I'd have done some other stuff. Um, I need something like perfect.
Prescription glasses.
My prescription glasses, guys. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast with no name. I'm your host, Arturo, here joined with you by our co-host, Manny and Ricky. I cannot read the doc, actually. I need my actual glasses. All right. Just a reminder, what we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube. Also find us on any podcast services that you guys may or may not listen to, such as like Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, right?
Anchor.
Anchor.
Honestly,
Is that
honestly, this is what your third time with your second time hosting. Your
uh-huh, uh-huh.
fifth, fourth episode overall with us so far since you joined.
No,
More or
not more
less,
than
yeah.
four.
Well, I no, I'm talking about as a permanent co-host
Oh yeah.
and all that stuff. You've done better than both than man. Already done better than Manny just doing that, and that's without me
I don't
having
know what you're
telling
talking
you
about,
to.
dude. I don't. You didn't have to tell me after a while. I wrote it down, stuck it to my computer screen.
It's like
Yeah, dude. Check it out.
On his
I'm just
no,
going
I
off of
just
like
read
the
it right
podcast
there.
services that I
on
listen to.
on his first try, is like on his first try, because this is without even me mentioning it. Yeah, that's what I mean, and all that stuff, Manny,
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that stuff. Okay, I didn't have to like say anything. I didn't even think he was gonna say it at all, and all that stuff. But the
After a
fact
while,
that
you didn't, because I had them sticky
I'm not talking about you, I'm not talking about Arturo, all that stuff. For his second time hosting, and I think it's like his fourth overall episode. The fact that he
I could have
actually
sworn
said
it was
it
more than four.
I don't think I've done more than 4.
Yeah, permanent is what I'm saying too.
permanently. Well,
Like,
you have to
I think it's
remember.
more than four permanently.
You have to remember. He
Oh
started.
yeah, we did take a small hiatus.
We
That's
took.
true.
We did, and we did when he started. We started. That's when we started going bi-weekly now too.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
I'm glad you had a weekly to that.
and all that stuff. So you're. And I told you this is when he became a permanent host, not when you guest appeared.
Right, right. Yeah, I heard that. That's why I said that.
Well, you still think of. Never mind.
Hey, hey,
yeah. Hey,
inside voices.
How about you mute your mic?
it's hot today in
Shh.
California,
Is it?
and we got some fire warnings on the weather. I'm actually just looking at the little notification because you know how at the bottom of the computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
It gives you like the little fire symbol. I'm like, what's that about? I'm like, oh yeah, he's hot today.
I like the fact because like I was checking the okay it's 73 now where we're at where we're at
Mhm.
and all, and all stuff. So
You know what I like to do? I also like to look at the UV ratings, the UV index, right?
mm-hmm.
Because then I could see if I could actually tan today. So that this will determine if I want to like, go outside and work out. And the UV index is a 7 today.
Well, actually, if you just work out naked outside, you can tan and work out at the same time.
That is true.
Think about that.
Will it have I done that before? I'm not gonna answer that question.
Please don't.
I will. I have.
This guy. Well,
Easy.
the UV
The
rating
park.
is a 7 today, so you can get tanned.
Yeah, dude. Backyard, the park. You know,
No,
running
no,
around the
not the
neighborhood.
park, not the park. I mean,
Running
I'll
around the
do it in my
neighborhood.
backyard, sure, but
No,
there's
you gotta
children at
rocky
the house.
run. You gotta rocky run to our government buildings. You gotta do that.
Yeah, at the Let's see. At the city
Yeah,
hall, let's just go run up and
yeah,
down the stairs, right? Until somebody kicks us off,
yeah.
and then we'll just blast. We're not gonna take it while we're running up the stairs.
Yep, pretty much.
You gonna be there for this protest, Ricky?
Wow, absolutely not.
Yep.
Absolutely
Hashtag
not.
free the nipple.
Hashtag free the nipple.
That's what that's about.
It's about getting some color,
Yep, in the areola.
diversity.
Yep. All different kinds.
No, no.
I already said no.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh.
we
No,
kind of
yeah, go
sweetened
ahead.
the deal though.
All
What's
right.
I'm not gonna
Well,
get into
let's move on to like one of our
please.
topics that we have here.
Yeah, can we continue, please?
So we got some Marvel Studio news.
We've been good, by the
Well,
way. We've been good.
what happened?
I was like, we've been good, by the way. We're good.
Oh, should we do that? I mean, like, I think we've been pretty good, at least, talking about running around nude, getting our tan
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Just letting them know, as a collective, we've been good.
Ricky's like, this is a dumpster fire already.
That makes the best ones, dude. That makes the best ones.
You know what's so good about dumpster fires, though, Ricky?
They
They're
keep
so
you warm.
bad, but you just can't help but look at it.
Yeah.
And that's what
Yeah.
this episode is becoming.
I don't
Look
So
at the
it's
flames.
I don't get how we're about to approach 100 episodes and we're still in this.
yeah, so this episode title should just be named episode, what is this, 92?
Yes.
Yeah.
Episode 92, the dumpster fire.
Yeah. Hey, if the flames can make it as far as they did, being like that, we can make it as far as we are, being like this.
I mean, because if I stayed for the entirety of um
Continue.
shoot,
Uh,
I can't even remember the
Oh,
anime name because that's how long, or that's not how long, that's how much I didn't want to continue watching it.
JoJo Siwa's Adventures.
No.
Isn't that the anime?
Wait, what are you talking about?
I think he's talking
Did
about
this thing
JoJo
say
Bizarre
JoJo?
Adventure.
He said JoJo Siwa.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I know.
Isn't that the name of the anime?
No, not at all.
You
Oh,
know what? The anime was called Domestic Girlfriend, and that was a dumpster fire of a anime.
The fact that the title is called Domestic Girlfriend should just automatically seem like it's bad.
It's
sounds
so
like a good
bad
show.
because so this is gonna go a little off topic here. So the way it starts is just like this dude, main character, he gets up and he's like, "Today I lost my virginity." Right?
Solid intro. Solid intro.
Hmm. And so then he goes and he talks to his dad, or he's not talking to his dad. He doesn't let his dad know. His dad's like, "Oh, hey, just FYI, I'm getting uh remarried because his mom has passed away, so his dad's remarrying, right?" And the person that he's remarrying with, right? She has two daughters, and the daughter is one his teacher that he has a crush on for some odd reason, and then also the chick that he slept with and lost his virginity to.
That's fine. It's not blood. We're good.
And then from there, you can see this little love triangle and how much of a dumpster fire it causes. Don't watch it. I don't recommend it at all.
Manny's gonna watch it.
Definitely watching it. Yeah, definitely watching it.
Manny's gonna watch it.
And then anime's gonna be, then Ricky's, the man is gonna be like,
Is it?
top 3 animes I've seen.
I've only seen 2, so technically that'll be top 3
Oh
by
my god.
default.
I think that's what
By
Arturo just
default.
said, though.
Yeah, well, I'm just confirming it by default. It'd be like Initial D, Attack on Titan, and then what is the last one you just
Domestic girlfriend.
said? Domestic Girlfriend. There you go.
Should I put that in the chat right here for you guys?
No, I'll memorize it. I'll just come back and watch the episode if I forget.
Is it on? Is it on Crunchyroll?
It is on Crunchyroll.
There
Is
you
it
go.
on the Hulu?
Roll. I don't even have Hulu. Let's
I
check it
wouldn't
out real
know.
Uh,
quick.
I
Hulu's
wouldn't
out.
even know everything. So
Netflix. No?
mm, I think Crunchyroll's the go because it's like basically like where
It's
everything's gonna be.
Domestic Girlfriend is on Netflix actually.
Wow.
Oh, all of them?
I think
Because
there's
I
only
was
one
watching.
season.
There's only one season,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's only one
Okay.
season.
Okay. Because I was watching.
He's like all of it. I'm like, I think
I
it's
was
only one season.
watching. What's his name? Bald guy girl.
Did you say bald guy girl?
Yeah. With the
What?
bamboo skewer in her mouth.
What?
She
Oh,
killed her family. What's the
Demon
name of that
Slayer.
one?
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer?
That one. That one. I was watching that one, and I realized I was watching it on Netflix, but Netflix only has season 1, I
And
believe.
the reason that the fact that I only caught it is because he said bamboo stick in her mouth.
Yeah, I was all
I was
like,
like, ah.
you know, it's better than him what he used to say when he was all like, you know, the bamboo gag ball.
Oh, the first time he said it, yeah, the first thing he tried to
It
explain.
is though. It is. It really is though.
This guy.
No respect to the art.
You know, Nezuko is pure and we have to keep her that way.
What's
I
his
mean,
name?
she,
What's his name? Loves him?
Tanjiro
Yeah.
or Zenitsu?
I think it's Tanzuro. I forget.
Wait.
I like the dude with
Wait, which one?
the
The
forehead.
dude with the good smell, the good dude with the good hearing, or the boarhead dude?
Forehead is tight.
I think it's the dude with the hearing. The hearing.
Okay, that is Zenitsu.
Zenitsu. Okay.
Where he's all like Nazuko-chan, you know.
Yeah. I still gotta. Okay, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it a commitment today, unless I gotta do something. I am watching the entertainment arc today, as we're after we record this.
Do it, dude. You're gonna look at him like it slaps. But yeah,
do.
today I'm here and we're gonna watch some Flashpoint because I was telling my friends how much of
the
like
animated
a
movie,
douche.
not the CW
Yeah,
version.
the animated movie, not the CW. Because I was telling my friends how much of like a douche Reverse Flash is.
Yeah,
Because
dude. Have you seen CW? He's a douche, dude.
he's just a
I've seen a
straight up
CW
evil
show.
dude.
Reverse Flash is a douche overall.
Yeah,
He's just like straight up evil. Literally one of the worst characters. Well, not literally the worst character, but
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think the worst character would be Frogman from She-Hulk. The She-Hulk thing. But anyways,
What?
I just don't like that character.
You just don't like She-Hulk?
No,
Wait.
Frogman from
Oh,
Frogman. This is a stupid character, dude.
It's a side. Is that supposed to be some kind of segue?
No, I'm just saying it. I'm not. I can't control the segues. I'm not the host. Only the
you
host can
don't
get
like
the segues.
Frogman?
You can do a
I don't.
segue if someone else is hosting. It's just you have to.
Nah. That belongs to the host.
You're horrible.
Host has the power to that. I don't have the power to that.
All right, since
There you go.
we still haven't even asked you guys how's your week been?
It's been a weekend. Well, here's the question. So here's the question. One of them I'm gonna be talking about later on in the episode, anyways. Have you watched either Stranger Things, Kenobi, or neither, or both?
Yes.
Neither.
Or both.
Yes.
Or both.
Yeah. Yes.
Neither, but I don't care
Manny,
about spoilers.
Manny, I said, Manny, don't say yes. Just give me the answer I want. Either one of them, two.
I haven't seen the last season of Stranger Things yet.
You haven't?
I've seen all of them, but that last one just came out.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm asking about.
Yeah,
just the new season.
I did see Kenobi though.
Okay, so I've only seen Kenobi. Stuff because the funny. We'll talk about it, and we'll talk about that later. And all that stuff. So that's literally been my weekend. Kenobi, and then I went to SF for family stuff.
Makes sense.
Because it is Memorial Day weekend. That is here
true.
in the U.S.
That is true.
Manny, how's your week?
Pretty good. Been binging Letterkenny and finished Shorzy in like an hour. That's pretty good.
Oh, and then side note, and then of course, self promo, I guess you could say. Me and Manny did also record 2 more episodes for the Grimm season 1 reactions.
That's true. Yeah, we did that.
I funny part about that, like though they won't see it. Oh yeah, this week. This is the same week this comes out.
Yeah,
It
was one of them was yesterday.
all that stuff. And the one that's coming out on Thursday, I literally asked Manny, "What's this episode about?" Oh, it's just filler. No, it wasn't at all. Just to give a preview of what that was. Just to give you a preview of one of the episodes and everything and all that stuff. And that was just like, I was like, this isn't filler at all. But other than that, it's been a good week. Oh, also, before I forget, because sports side, Warriors finals. I'm happy. It's great to see him back in the NBA finals and all that stuff. We played the Boston Celtics.
Go Celtics.
And everything and it's so funny because I was literally thinking that in the back of my head. It's like because of the fact that it's like we're playing Boston. I'm just like thinking in the back of my head, like, man, he's gonna watch I bring this up in the podcast, and man, he's gonna be like, "Go Celtics." And then you know what the funny, you know what the funny part is, like, because the only reason why I know that is because his current team he likes, his fan of is the Mavericks, who we played in the Western Finals and all stuff, and we won. So the team we're going against now in the finals. Was the previous team Manny liked before he did this little bet he had.
Yeah, pretty much.
And all that stuff. So why did he switch teams? It's a story that I think I've already talked about on the podcast and all that stuff.
I don't think we have.
Okay, we're not talking about it now because it's not worth it, in all honesty.
Yeah, it's really not.
And then yeah, so the fact that I have to deal with Manny twice, technically, and all that stuff, it's gonna be interesting.
I don't count the Celtics. I wasn't even watching when I said it was the Celtics.
That is true.
I didn't start watching until I became a Mavs fan, so I don't count that one.
So yeah, excited for the NBA Finals because since we're back in the final, it's been 3 years. It's been 3 years for all that stuff, so it's been fun. It's gonna be a fun time seeing them play.
Hey, quick question: are the A's doing good?
No.
Oh, I thought they were.
No.
Or was that last season?
That was last season.
Oh. Continue.
So then I will say my week has just been catching up, or not catching up. I rewatched Invincible again for no reason. It's like my 5th time rewatching that.
Because it's that good, right?
It is pretty good, and then like obviously I read the entirety of the comics too, and so then just seeing like where it's gonna go, I'm just like, oh yeah, this show's gonna slap.
There is a season 2 coming, right, for that show?
Oh, season 2 has been confirmed. Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure.
I think seasons 2 and 3.
Because like that came out 2020. If I'm correct.
Sure. Why not?
So I'm like, it is a show I do need to watch, and everything.
Actually, no, it came out 2021.
So it was last year. Okay. Yeah. So hopefully I'm gonna try to get this. I'm gonna try to watch this. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So
it got approved for.
It has been renewed for a 2nd and a 3rd season.
It's only 8 episodes. Oh, that makes sense. Most shows are like that nowadays. Okay. I'll do
8 episodes, but they're like an hour long each.
Yeah. So hopefully the goal is to finish that, to watch that before the 2nd season, and then I have that along with I have to finish Boys because the new season is about to come out pretty soon.
That comes out this Friday actually, right?
Yeah, this week. Yeah, if I remember correctly.
I only saw season 1.
I've seen season 2 and 3. I've been reading the Boys comics as well.
What's the funny part? The funny thing he mentions that he only seen season 1. He's the one that recommended this to watch. And
I was like, season 1 is really good. Then season 2 came out. I was like, I'm not gonna watch it.
And he didn't even watch it. I think I watched like maybe like half of season 2, but ended up stopping. And all that stuff. I don't know why, but I do want to finish it, and then hopefully, since season 3 is this weekend, I'm probably just gonna watch it.
Yeah, I mean it's good. It's good.
Love the show. I love the show. So we'll see where that goes. So a lot of content coming
Yeah.
this week.
But like, I read the boys comics, and dude, the boys comics compared to like the show,
Oh yeah, I bet it's like
they're pretty much on the same par. But like Huey's like a completely different character, and you're just like, damn.
yeah. I think that was the difference between it. So that's gonna be fun
I
to see.
know. I'm just like, kind of wish Huey was like this in the show. Cause like, dude wails on people in the comics. He's like, screw you, clack clack clack, and Butch is like, good job, Huey.
Who's watching Umbrella Academy? Who's like seen it?
I have
I've seen
season
it.
1 and 2. Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
you seen? Okay, Manny, since he says he's seen both of them, have you watched the new season?
No, I watched the trailer.
Just that, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm debating if I want
Let
to
me
start
see.
that.
What's season 2 about again?
I don't know. I've never seen the show at all, so it's like I'm just debating.
Oh, you haven't seen the show at all then. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Then
Ricky, mute yours. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not muting anything. We're
I
not
was
gonna talk
like,
about it. We're
I'm
not
like, I
gonna
don't think
talk about it.
even if we mute him, like he's still gonna be able to hear us.
Because I
No,
gotta.
that's why I said mute your ears.
Well, no, because if I mute you, it's gonna mute the podcast.
No, it's not possible to mute your ears though. 'cause-
No, but like,
I know
man,
that,
you gotta
Manny.
remember, this dude is gonna go
Yeah.
back and edit stuff too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to
I have to go
listen
through
to
this.
the podcast anyways.
That'd be kind of funny. He like covers his ears for this one when he's editing. He just hears it.
Yeah, I have
So-
actually seen both seasons of Umbrella Academy.
Oh, okay.
I would say it is pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I've heard good things and all that stuff. It's just
Oh, is the third season coming out this month or not?
I
Yeah,
think
well,
it's already out. If not, it should
no,
be
no,
June.
the season's coming out June 22nd.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, cool. So I
Okay.
missed it yet.
Cause I know there's a yeah, I know the only reason why I know is because of the trailer.
Have you guys read the comics on it?
I've never read the comics.
Mm-mm.
I thought about it, but I didn't.
And then
I thought about it too, but I'm like,
it's not that it's like I've heard good things, but it's just like I haven't found that thing that drives me to wanting to watch it. So
Right.
but all that stuff, but it's like I might give it a shot and all that stuff because there's a lot of things I haven't watched and I do want to just probably see how I'll watch the first couple episodes, the first season,
Right.
see how that goes.
I think you'll enjoy it.
And everything. And it's one of those things, but it's also one of those things that it's like, at least like how I pay attention to stuff and everything. That show is the least I've ever get like attention from. Like I see attention from the internet and all that stuff.
yeah.
When I'm on it.
Yeah.
And all
I'm
that
like,
stuff.
it's a pretty good show in itself. To be fair, like it is a show that's 3 years old, and then like they had their first and second season coming out in 2019 and then 2020.
Mhm.
So then it has been like a couple of years.
So
Shoot, you know what is coming back though that I am excited for?
My Hero Academia.
No, screw My Hero, Hunter Hunter.
Oh yes, that did. Yeah, I heard about that.
Hunter is coming back after how many years of hiatus?
I do not know, but I know it's been a long time.
I don't know what that is.
It's an anime.
Oh, makes sense. Is it about a dude named Hunter, or is it like?
I think the guy's name is. Hunter.
That'd be kind of funny.
So they've been on hiatus for 4 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's publication. My bad. I'm looking at the freaking book, the manga, not the show.
Mm.
Is it about two guys named Hunter? Because that'd be kind of funny.
No, man.
It's like two brothers named Hunter. They're like Hunter and Hunter.
Well, the manga's been on
1998
what's it called?
is the manga. It's been out since 1988. Oh, it's 6 seasons of the show. Okay. First episode aired in 2011. That's what it's telling me. But I think I don't know if that's US or Japan. The final episode was 2014. Again, I don't know if that's Japan or US.
But I'm like, oh my gosh.
But before all that, I was like, leave it to Manny to try to describe something just based off the title when it doesn't relate to anything of the show itself.
It's about two dudes named Hunter, and they go hunting in the woods.
It's not Hunter Manny. It's Hunter X Hunter.
Oh, okay. So it's two clothing companies named Hunter, and they do a collab, and they're like Hunter X Hunter, the spring collection, and then everybody's fighting over their clothing.
Okay, Side note: I just thought of a content idea to do
Mm-hmm.
for a separate video for our YouTube channel. We're gonna grab every anime and all that stuff, and we're just gonna show Manny the title, and he's gonna try to explain what it is on his own.
Yeah.
I think I'll do a good
Every
job with
anime
that.
that we've seen.
that we've seen that
Yeah, I
but he
think
hasn't.
that's pretty much how it
Ricky,
works.
have you seen Golden Boy?
No.
Oh yeah, that's the sequel to Golden Girls. It's
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
Okay, Manny, stop.
their grandkids.
Stop. You're wasting the content idea already.
But Golden Boy, Ricky, I recommend watching it. It's only 5 episodes.
Okay, cool.
Ain't that the one with what's his name? Will not not Charlie Murphy. Eddie Murphy.
What?
Right? Oh no, it's Golden Child. It's Golden Child.
We're talking about
I
anime.
was thinking.
We're talking about
thinking of
anime,
Golden
and this
Child.
guy over here is like just literally thinking of actual real life TV shows.
I thought it was like
This
an anime
guy.
version of
No.
Golden Child.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Don't. So when should we do that? No.
Oh, whenever possible, like as quickly as possible, because I think it would work.
Good. So after this podcast. No. No.
No, you guys got stuff to do. We can do it. Something. I would say this weekend, maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah. I'm done for this weekend.
I'm getting Friday.
I don't know stuff. We'll talk about that after. Anyways, let's move on.
Okay. So finally to our podcast.
To our topics.
So we got some Marvel news, guys, and not just any Marvel news, Marvel Studio news.
Well, we're
Even though I
Dark Horse fan, but I'll listen.
This guy. So the whole cast of Loki will return for season 2,
Thank God.
Even
and
Crocodile Loki.
production does
Oh my
begin
gosh.
pretty soon.
I think by the time of this recording, they have already started and all that stuff. But I'm very excited that everyone's coming back.
I will say I do have one problem with Loki though,
That is
and my whole thing is, so y'all remember the timeline they picked Loki up from, right?
the what?
Yeah.
So basically from Avengers.
Yeah.
That's where they picked him up from. It is like the same dude that, took a little scalpel thing, gouged the guy's eyes out, and just smiled while he did it, and just like hurting people for fun. And then in the Loki show, he's all like, "Yeah,
Well, I think
I don't like hurting people."
Well, you have to remember, like, and this is gonna be a little bit of spoilers for those who haven't seen for the very first episode of it. Like, he literally saw what happened after he got caught.
Yeah, but
That
in
hurt-
reality,
But no, that still affects him though in a way. The fact
yeah,
that he
but
saw
in reality, keep in mind, Loki needed movies, like a whole dedicated timeline to
Yeah.
barely
get to
getting
that
any
point.
character development, and then like for him to just like, oh, let's just throw some recordings his way, and they're like, oh, Loki, this is what happens, you better change your character. And he's like, I don't like hurting people anymore. I'm like,
well, it's at that point, I don't even think about it was him changing his character. It was just more of the fact of he learns for the fact that it's like he is I don't want to say a pushover, but more of like he's a punching bag and all that stuff. All it is all he's done, like literally, because it is that same Loki that we've seen throughout the MCU and everything. But he's instead of, like I said, since this is now a variant, he's literally seeing what his sacred timeline life is, his future, his future that has already existed, and
Days of Future Past.
and all that stuff. And he's realizing, like, what am I and what do I do now and all that stuff, if this is my life and all that stuff. And you see that throughout, and you see that towards like the last couple episodes also with every other, since we, again, spoilers, notice that there are other Loki variants that have experienced this kind of similar thing in their own different way too, and all that stuff. So it's just, I get I get it. It feels like people can think of it as like, I don't want to say rushed.
It was like a little bit rushed as far as like his character development goes. Like
Yeah.
trying to change Loki to a good guy, but even then, that did take a long while.
But I don't even think of it as like him becoming bad to good. It's just more of, and I think that's throughout the whole
Well,
show
no, but
itself.
here's the thing: like he was good because in the show, basically when one of the whole planets is dying, he's like, "We have to save as many people as possible." Well, I'm like, in reality, this is still Loki,
Yeah.
and he's not gonna be like, "Oh, let's save people now." Where he's just gonna be more selfish because at the end of the day, he's gonna be care about what he wants or what the people around him wants because that's the kind of person that Loki is, and that's like one of my little nitpicks about Loki, and also that they kind of did nerf Loki too. Because if you're telling me some normal humans could take out an Asgardian or a miniature frost giant with Asgardian training, I'm just like,
I mean,
mm.
I mean, things
That's fair.
are different in the TVA though. I
I
mean,
mean, his strength is still there.
but come on, you have to remember also in that first episode, there's literally a bunch of useless Infinity Stones in the TVA.
Yeah, but at the same time too, he could just take them,
They
go
don't.
outside the TVA.
It only works in their respective timelines, though. They said
That's the other thing
each stone
too.
only
So
works
he
in
can
their
go.
respective
So
timelines.
he can grab. He may have grab them, but that's whatever timeline he may end up in, they won't work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
but he
depends on
could
what timeline you're in.
find a way to
No.
go through other timelines. Because you're telling me that he didn't grab their technology. Dude, their technology is so easy to grab. We've seen this in the show.
Yeah,
The
Oh
TVA
yeah.
has incompetent people.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like I don't. Do they even keep record of those Infinity Stones and what timeline they come from?
no, because
Especially
they're
for
just
the
using
fact
them
They're
that,
just
paperweights.
yeah,
paperweights.
exactly. The fact that they use them as paperweights. Exactly.
Yeah,
But I'm just like, oh gosh.
I mean,
So
I get what you're saying and all that
yeah.
stuff.
Well,
But
like the good thing at least is that the TVA is done as a whole. So
yeah, so it's just
technically,
that we
and,
know of.
and then it's like, but then again, it's like none of that matters now after how the season ended.
I
yeah.
mean, if you
So
flip the TVA upside down, you know what you get. If you flip the TVA logo upside down, you get Val. So like maybe it's not done yet. You know what I mean?
What?
Maybe Val.
I don't get how Val is in this. How does the T become an L? In all honesty,
With the
He's like,
TVA logo
because
and
reality could be whatever I
the
want it to be.
yeah. Maybe Val sets up the new TVA.
who's Val? First of all,
Remember from Falcon and Winter Soldier?
This guy-
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah. You know
You're
Val.
you're
Yeah.
hold on. Even though it's in the MCU, you're putting a character, you're putting it from one show that is more of a grounded, realistic show to another to put in a show that's timey wimey, multiversal, and everything, and then no,
Yes.
Oh, I had problems with the Falcon and Winter Soldier too. Don't worry.
a lot of people do. A lot of people do.
No,
I thought it
but
was
like,
solid.
okay, but not in the ways you would think.
I mean, no. I'm not saying I'm comparing them to you. I agree with them and all that stuff. I enjoyed that show.
Yeah, like,
So the T only has one side because it's connected to the V.
Oh, shut up. Stop.
So in reality,
Give
it
up.
does
Stop.
become an L
Just
if
stop.
you flip that upside
Just
down.
stop. Just stop. No, I'm not doing these.
like people had like people were like, oh, upset John Walker, whatever, right? But in reality, John Walker is justified to do what he does
Oh yeah, of course.
in Captain Falcon and
No,
Winter Soldier.
yeah.
I'm like, this dude that they killed was his best friend and whatnot, and you're not telling me that you wouldn't be upset, for somebody that stood up for, or not stood up for you, but like, somebody that you grew up with
But
and everything. You're
but
just like,
here's the thing.
Yeah, dude.
Here's the thing about that. That happened after he took the super serum. If he didn't have the serum, would he have gone that ballistic and kill him with
Yeah.
the
yeah, I would think so. I'm like, dude, you're not telling
Yeah.
me that this is like somebody that he's had a personal connection to.
But you also have to remember
Yeah.
also those people that he did kill had the serum in them also.
Okay.
Now let me repeat the question again. If John Walker didn't have the serum, would he go ballistic and try to kill him again?
Yes.
But but this time John would die himself.
Yeah, but he would still go after him ballistically and try to kill him.
I don't think he would go ballistic like that.
Yeah, he would.
No, he wouldn't.
Would it be the same results? No. But
Well, you gotta remember, Ricky, like John Walker too is he's more of an extreme Captain America.
I know. Well, I'm okay. Hold on. Let's not. Here's the one thing I'm gonna say right now before we go further into this. Let's not try. Let's just look at John Walker of what we see him on the show. Let's not put any comic comparisons into this. Just to give everyone, just to let that in for everyone to know. I'm not gonna try to do this with comic comparisons or anything like that. I'm doing this based off what I see from the show.
Right. Got it.
Continue.
All right. So, at least from the show, what we've seen, John Walker's about keeping the peace and whatnot. And
I'm sorry. I think I feel like I kind of cut Arturo down when I said that because he paused for a second when he tried to continue. I'm sorry.
I had to collect my thoughts here.
Yeah.
So like with the whole John Walker thing, right? Think of it like this. He's like, oh, these guys won't be repeat offenders. Obviously, it's not going to bring the crime rate down, but what it's going to allow it to do is these guys are juiced up. They're dangerous. If they escape, they're going to wreak more havoc. So, because he's already seen what they're capable of and seen that they've killed his friend, why is he not going to stop them then when he has the power then and there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'd be like, wouldn't you? Like, these guys are juiced up. They're going to go wreak more havoc. If they escape, they're going to wreak more havoc because we know where they stand.
Yeah.
So
I still think he would have went for it.
So you're saying like he would take it after the fact of his friend died?
Yeah.
Okay. That's that part I can get and all that stuff because I'm just saying because like though he had took it before that his friend has died. I'm just more referring to the fact of say he didn't take it at all and all that stuff. Didn't even take it and all that stuff. Like he didn't take it at all and all that stuff. Even for the fact that after his friend had died and everything like that. I'm just saying like would he done what he had done with the serum and all that stuff and everything?
Yeah, I would say yeah.
Awesome. Even if he didn't take the serum after his friend finding out dying in front of him?
Yeah.
I mean, I would think so. Wouldn't you, Ricky?
Well, I mean, I would be upset, but then again, it's like I haven't watched.
Yeah, remember you're also in the heat of battle, and
oh yeah, of course.
These guys are trying to kill you, too.
Yo, how crazy would it be if they did like the reverse Bucky with him? I can't remember his name. Was the one that died? So like maybe like Shield gets his body and then like somehow saves him, and he's like a good guy, and then Walker has to turn him bad. Think about that. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, we wouldn't know because Shield doesn't exist in the MCU.
Well, yeah, but like some company.
Illuminati soon to come.
Yeah. Maybe like he's like the Summer Soldier.
The Illuminati wouldn't do a damn thing about it.
Think about that. He's like the Summer Soldier, and like he has one middle leg.
Okay, no, this I swear he gets one crazy theory right, and then he does all this stuff.
Wait, what crazy theory did he get right?
The Spider-Man.
Yeah, I called Spider-Man like
he called Spider-Man. He called Spider-Man. Like I kid you not.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
like a long time before it even happened.
And on stuff. He literally called Spider-Man. It's on an episode here.
Yeah. It's like episode 2, I think.
No, it's not 2. It's not episode 2.
Oh, okay.
Trust me, I know.
Oh gosh.
He said episode 2. I'm like, no, it's not episode 2.
That's one of them.
And on
It's
stuff.
one of them.
And all that stuff.
So.
But anyways, yeah. I don't know how we.
Since we're still on the topic of Marvel TV shows, right?
Oh wait, hold on. Before we move on real quick. So I heard that Captain America 4, yeah, 4 was gonna. I heard rumors that it was gonna still have Sam earn the moniker of Captain America when that already happened in the show. I don't know if that's true or not,
That's not true.
because it doesn't make any sense to me. But it
That's
was
not
from an
true.
IGN post, so I
That's
don't
not
know.
true. That's the point of Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because he earns the title. If he accepts
Well, he
it,
doesn't
he
earn it.
earns it.
He doesn't earn it. He's accepted. He's already earned
Yeah,
it.
he accepts it. Yeah,
He earned it already in the begin at the
yeah.
end of
But he
Endgame.
finally
But he's
accepts it and
throughout a
claims it.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. He's accepting the fact that he has to be the next
Yeah.
one.
I
Mhm.
heard
him.
that it was gonna that the show's gonna do that. I was like,
Well,
but
no,
then
I
what's the
think
point
it's
of the
more.
show?
I think it's more the fact of he
The
is
people accepting it.
that it's more of the people accepting it.
Well, some of the people, most of
Because
the people accepted it
Well,
at the end of Winter Soldier.
yeah, yeah, but if you look at it, also it's like we
you
still
look at it from like a bigger perspective, like that's
That's true.
just the people that's there. But like
That's true.
the public eye and everything, they're getting people who are like, oh, this isn't my Captain America.
yeah.
Yeah.
My Captain America is Steve Rogers, not Sam Wilson.
Or they probably
The only
or the sorts like it's sort of the fact they'll probably agree with the fact of how John Walker approached it and all that stuff.
yeah.
That too.
My
and
only
all stuff.
problem with them is that he covers everything except for his ears, and like I feel like when you're flying at that speed, wouldn't your ears get cold? Like, why doesn't he cover his ears? Like the mask cuts out a hole for
You know,
his ears.
you know.
That doesn't make
Will
sense to
we
me.
see? Will we see him getting his powers from the comic books to communicate
Maybe.
with
Probably not.
birds?
Probably not.
Maybe.
Most likely not. It's already
In like a weird multiversal effect.
Can we stop bringing multiverse?
Maybe
I
when
hate
the
when you do
mutant's
that.
powers get activated, his powers get activated.
He's not a mutant.
But maybe that's the MCU's version, though.
That's how they.
That doesn't make sense
That's
at
how
all.
they explain him automatically start talking to birds.
That doesn't make
Okay,
sense.
okay. Since we're on the topic of Marvel TV shows,
Oh my god.
can we just talk about how like She-Hulk needs to like bulk up some more?
Are you really gonna? Really?
Yeah,
You really think that's the one thing?
like you know, Mommy Hulk should just be like swole, my guy.
Oh my god.
Maybe
Why?
maybe at the end of the show
Why?
she hits the gym.
Why? Can we just leave it as is? She's fine.
I think it looks solid. I don't know why people are like, "Oh, the CG." I can't do a better job.
No. It's literally those things. It's either the face, the CG face, or she's
Yeah.
not bulk enough, and everything
Yeah.
like that. I'm like, can we just
Yeah.
enjoy the
Like,
fact that we have
she's
something?
she's fine, but like, just imagine just like a little more swole.
You just have a weird kink, don't you?
You know, it. Are you guys not attracted to powerful women too?
I am.
I'm fine with how she looks, though. That's the thing.
Oh, I am too. I'm fine with both of those.
And all that stuff. Like it's no big deal.
And the CG doesn't look bad to me either. I don't know what people are talking
No,
about.
the CG doesn't look bad. I
No,
will say
this-
that.
Yeah, I
The
don't
CG
understand when people are like, "Oh, the CG looks bad."
The
It's
CG's
like,
fine, and it's a
it doesn't look
trailer.
bad.
It's a first trailer. The show doesn't
Yeah.
come out till August.
Yeah.
Like, can give it a break? Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Like, all that stuff. Like, can you just
Question is, when are we getting Red Hulk? When is that happening?
Well, that depends because the person is Ross, and if I remember correctly, the person that played him just passed away.
Another variant.
I love.
This
Can
guy.
we, can we see? This is the one thing I'm starting to not like about MCU fandom. In a way, they're starting to use the multiverse as an excuse to do certain things that hasn't happened.
Wait, did he pass away? When did he pass
If I remember correctly, I'm double checking that right now as we speak. Give me a
away?
second.
Man, but they're supposed to. They're like they're setting up the Thunderbolts though. He's like a main character in that.
Yeah, true.
It kind of stinks.
Yeah,
Oh man.
March of this year. It was March.
So now we're gonna get a Red Hulk or not?
Uh,
Maybe we're gonna use somebody else's Red Hulk. That'd be cool.
I wouldn't know how that would go story
I don't either.
and everything. Good, and it feels like nothing important right now at the moment. In all honesty.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to what I was saying is like, I'm starting to not like the fact of people are using the multiverse as an excuse
Oh.
and everything to do certain things. That's to do things and all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
fine with
like,
Manny, honestly, because he just brings up the random ideas. But
Yeah.
the fact that it's like we have like these no, okay. I gotta say this properly because I know it's like it's gonna hurt. It's gonna
okay, can I just bring this from a comic book standpoint?
no.
No. But like, it's good. This is not anything where I'm like, oh, we should add more stuff from like no, because like the fact that people are like, oh, we're trying to add stuff from like multiverse because like, oh, with the multiverse we could do this. But like in reality, I'm like, no, because the whole incursions thing. Do you guys not remember what happened in the comics? The whole incursions,
Yeah.
and
And
then them literally having to reset the entire.
but that's the other thing I want to mention too, and I think we already talked about a little bit about this when we talked about Multiverse of Madness. I don't like the fact that people are already jumping to the conclusion that we're getting Secret Wars for this,
Mm-hmm.
just because of the fact that it was incursions were mentioned in that movie.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like I'm a fan of the Secret War comic that came out in
Yeah.
2015 and all that stuff. Like I enjoy that and
Yeah.
everything. But at the fact, I don't want to make because like it can make it of a fact because people can what can lead to is make that as a fact of doing certain things to make it to bring certain things in and all that stuff. Like
I mean, that's how I got Spider-Man.
I mean
This
that's
multiverse.
it's how we got Miles Morales, yeah, but all that
Yeah, that's
stuff.
true.
But you also have to remember that happened pre everything pre Endgame,
Yeah, that's true. That's
MCU
true.
wise in the comics and all that stuff. So and there's already like a hint of Miles already being in the main MCU already with his
Yeah, what's his name?
with his
His
uncle
uncle.
Uncle
Yeah.
Aaron and being in Homecoming and all that stuff. And
So wait, Donald Glover's gonna be what's his name? Oh man, what's his name? I can't think of it right now.
Uncle Aaron,
Yeah. Isn't that
the
what's his
Prowler.
name? Prowler. There you go.
Well, I
I
don't
was
know,
gonna say Panther.
but that's the thing. It's like I don't know for sure. In all
Yeah,
honesty,
but basically, like
he would,
in theory, Donald Glover's Prowler.
yeah,
In theory, okay.
yeah,
Just making sure.
yeah, and all that stuff. So that's like the thing. It's like
That's cool.
Mhm.
I'd like to see him this Prowler.
it honestly, it would be like if they do go that route and everything, like if how everything goes going, and then plus there is still continuation of Tom Holland Spider Man and all that stuff still
Yeah.
happening and all that stuff. And it's not like he ended up dying and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Spoilers. So I mean, there is that something that's going to go on. Like it does feel like, I mean, it's small when you look at the bigger picture of the MCU. But there is somewhat of a hint of Miles Morales already being in 616 MCU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you
And
think would play Miles? live
Miles?
action?
Well, like I don't know. I haven't thought about it really.
I haven't
Kevin
thought
Hart.
either.
Oh my gosh.
That'd
Well,
be funny, actually.
what I was gonna say though, it's like what was I gonna? What I was about to say is for the
I
fact.
can just imagine how it's gonna happen. You know, Tom Holland, Peter Parker is just gonna go up like, he's like, oh, another Spider-Man. Wonder what multiverse you're from, Miles. Miles takes off your mask. You're not Peter Parker. He's like, oh, I thought you were about to say I'm not black. That's how I can imagine that whole situation going on if Kevin
Yeah.
Hart
Kevin
does.
Hart would be hilarious as Miles Morales.
It would make no sense.
It would make no
It'd be
sense
funny. It'd be
whatsoever.
funny though.
But he is a small man, so he can pass off as a teenager.
Not really.
True.
Not really.
Yeah.
No, not little
Before the
CGI.
muscle, before the muscle, yeah. Before the muscle, he could have. Now he's gotten kind of small.
What is with the? Okay. Anyways, what I was trying to say though is more the fact that's like there is a point. There is a point of having Miles in here now, especially as a teenager, since we are in it since the 5 years has passed within the MCU and all that stuff too. So
Yeah.
he can be a teenager now, especially where we're going at within this. But
because we don't have the Green Goblin yet, so we could have the ultimate Green Goblin.
I mean, you could go that route, yeah. Like it doesn't have to be Tom Holland's version and all that stuff. Like
Exactly.
you could save the Green Goblin and put him for Miles when that comes into play. And then
Especially
plus,
because Tom already faced the version of Green Goblin.
yeah, technically, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, I'm just like I'm kind of getting like I'm not tired. Like I'm not tired of the MCU because that's also been another thing. Like people are saying like they're getting tired of it. Like there's not because there's no direction right now of where how
Hmm.
everything's been going. At the
Was
same,
building.
well, that's well one, yeah, that's true. Second thing is like,
If you look at Phase 1, there was no direction at
well, no,
first.
technically there was an idea
Yeah.
as
They
Nick
just
Fury,
needed to see
as Nick
how this
as
idea
Nick
played
Fury
out.
as Nick Fury said there was an idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, and everyone kind of knew it's like, especially after the end credit scene of Iron Man 1, it would lead to
Yeah.
at least it lead to Avengers. And then at the end of Avengers 1, we saw Thanos for the first time and it was going to lead to him, but nobody knew of how that would play out and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And of course, two more phases and all that stuff. We got Infinity War and Endgame. I believe it's the same thing here. Like, I think everyone is like, because I think it's also for the fact that Phase 4 has so much in it right now
Yeah.
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Like on a content perspective, like TV shows and movies. Like people are already thinking like it's supposed like the end all is supposed to be the end of Phase 4 when really it's not.
Yeah, because
No, it's
what
probably
Phase
like
4 is
6 or
doing,
7.
Phase 4 is not meant to be great.
Phase 4
Phase
is
4 is supposed to be is setting up all the stepping stones for
Yeah.
where MCU is going to be going later on.
it
And
sets up a lot of stepping stones. Not just
Yeah.
exactly.
but it's not just and
Well,
it's
because
not
they
just
need
like
to set so many stepping stones to get to where they're gonna go.
well yeah, because it's like you have to look at it
Yeah.
also like we got Avengers, we got one big mini event which is Civil War throughout that three
Yeah.
phases, and then of course in game itself with the Infinity, and then the overall arcing thing was the Infinity Saga with the Infinity Stones and all that stuff and everything. Of course, Ragnarok was another little mini thing in itself too, and all that stuff. We're getting that same right now. It's just like since we have this content, since they're now utilizing Disney Plus, it's giving us new characters and all that stuff to introduce us to, i.e., with Miss Marvel coming out next week, and then She Hulk later on, and everything, and of course a brand new Hawkeye with Kate and everything, and then Black with for Black Widow, Elena, introducing her. So it's like a lot of the internals.
Was
Say
he
which
in Red Guardians? Is he still gonna be around? Or is that like a one-time thing?
I don't know. We don't. I don't know. I don't know.
Is there some age
I'm
you're
not.
gonna come
I,
out again?
I'm not gonna. I'm not trying to jump to conclusions on that right now. And all that
Is,
stuff.
is there some age you're gonna get his actual form?
Stop, Manny. Stop. All that stuff. Um, the internals they have something set up and all that stuff. Of course, whether you enjoyed the movie or not, and everything. Of course, Loki is the start. I'm literally saying this, and no, everyone can disagree with what they want. Loki is the one that starts the whole multiverse thing and everything, and then of course everything else just goes along with it.
Don't get me started on the web of destiny.
Oh, don't let's not get started with
Will
that.
we'll see a Cindy Moon Silk coming up?
No, because
Well, I think
Sony's already planning a movie for it.
Well, I think if you guys watched Eternals, you guys will know that the MCU is only headed in one direction. There, get
I hate you.
it?
I hate you. That was bad. That was bad even for you.
I knew exactly where you're going with this when you're like, if you've seen Eternals, you know exactly. I'm like,
Like I didn't know.
uh,
I didn't know where he was going at it until he said the name. Until he said what he said at the end, and I'm like, oh no. But no. I mean, because like here's the thing. And like here's the thing. I don't know where people think like they should be burnt out by MCU when we literally had a full year of no MCU content and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then that's literally and of course that's because of a pandemic and all that stuff. But at the same time, it's like we had a full year of no content. You can breathe and all that stuff.
Well, no, because we had a lot of DCEU content that we had to
and then
enjoy.
here's the thing too.
We literally just had Justice League, Snyder Cut. That's it.
But it was
We
a
don't
long
talk
movie.
about the DCU. The
The Flash is
DCAU
gonna
one.
be a good. Gonna be a good.
But I
good
think
one.
we should probably. I think all that aside, like I'm having a good time. I'm
You know,
fine.
DCAU is coming up right now. You know, we got Super Pets and everything, so that's gonna be a
That's
banger.
true. That's gonna be a stepping stone for something.
Anyways, I'm
Or
f-
he just completely
here's
disregards it.
I'm just gonna disregard that whatsoever and a lot of stuff because I have DC in itself with movie wise is just I can't deal with it right now.
Black
The
Adam's gonna be awesome.
DCAU animated universe, though, you gotta admit they always slap.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Black Adam's gonna go really good.
Mine is Injustice. We don't talk about Injustice.
well, that's a totally different thing in itself. Um, I will say, like, here's the thing: I don't feel burnt out. I'm enjoying what I like with Marvel, so with the MCU and everything. I'm
Right.
fine. I'm fine with having no clear direction and all that stuff right now at the moment because
Yeah, yeah.
we're building. This is the stepping stones of a lot of things that are happening, not just within the bigger picture, but in the smaller sense of the MCU and everything too,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. The one thing we have to bring up though, because this is part of the stuff, is Secret Invasion, which is supposed to be coming to Disney Plus soon.
Right.
It is taught. It is. They've Disney had their whole upfront, which is like they talk about their shows and all that stuff in the coming year for advertisements. They brought up Secret Invasion. Kevin Feige mentioned for the fact that Secret Invasion takes place during the blip, so it takes place during the 5-year gap. There's a
Right.
lot of questions already there.
Yeah, and I do really like that. It's just so like the whole thing with the blip. There's just so much that could have happened during those times. So they have a lot of
True.
content that they could actually just pull just from the blip itself because that is a whole 5-year period.
Mm-hmm. But you also have, but there is a question there, like a very big question there, and I hope I don't know if they're gonna explain it or if they can make sense.
Because they just barely scratched the surface. They just like teased us and Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier with the blip information stuff, and then they just kind of like
There's a
cast
lot,
to the side.
there's a lot of things from the blip that teased us. Like Yelena got blipped during her time and all that stuff. Other people,
You.
Monica and all that stuff from WandaVision and all that stuff. But the one thing, the question is, Nick Fury's in Secret Invasion. He got blipped at the end of Infinity War. Him and Maria Hill, who's also supposed to be in this show.
Yeah.
If we remember at the end of Far From Home, Spider-Man Far From Home, Nick and Maria weren't Nick and Maria. That was Talos
Right.
and his
That
wife
was
from Captain Marvel.
yeah, King Coder.
So my question is, and again, I don't know. They say it takes place during the blip. I don't know if they're gonna do modern stuff like current timeline stuff also, and everything. But who actually got blipped?
Maybe. Hear me out.
I mean, didn't they put
It's
that on their
gonna be.
website?
Huh?
I don't know.
What?
Maybe it's gonna be King and Kodar, right? Talking to
Who and
what's
who?
his name?
Who and
King and
who?
Kodar. King and Kodar.
King?
The explaining to Nick Fury like what happened during the blip, and then it's gonna cut to like the past, and then showing what happened, and it's gonna cut back to King and Kodar, and then
Who
explaining
is?
Nick Fury.
Wait, Kodar. Who the heck is Kodar?
Kang and Kodar from the green dudes from that played Nick Fury from Homecoming.
You mean Talos?
Yeah, yeah.
When I already said his name earlier.
I didn't hear you. Maybe it's
What
gonna
do
be
you?
Talos and what's the other one's name?
You said Kang.
I know, but what's the other one's name?
His wife?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't remember his wife's name.
Well,
Unfortunately.
maybe it's Talos and his wife's name explaining to Nick and the girl's name. What's her name? Agent.
Maria Hill.
Yeah, Agent Maria Hill. Right. It's gonna cut to them in the present day, explaining what happened, and then it's gonna cut back to the past to show what actually happened.
But where does the scrolls kick in and all that stuff?
Maybe they're gonna be
'cause that's-
explaining what the scrolls did
Because
to Nick.
to bring the comic storyline into this, Secret Invasion is about the scrolls invading Earth and all that stuff.
Right.
By, of course, because the scrolls are able to change
Yeah.
faces and all that stuff to a certain person and all that stuff. And the leader of that queen, it was who was the Scroll Queen, took over Spider Woman in that in the comic and everything. So my thing is, like, so of course it's gonna be totally different than how it is in the MCU. And the fact that this is taking place during the blip, and I mean, like I said, Nick Fury's in this, Maria Hill's in this. We know Talos is already the person that plays Talos is already in this show also, and everything, along with some other people. Apparently, Emilia Clarke, who played
Daenerys Targaryen in Game of Thrones.
in Game of Thrones, correct, is also is supposed to be in the show as the Scroll Queen, I guess, and everything.
Oh, cool. That's gonna be cool.
So
I wonder if we're gonna ever see her as Emilia Clarke.
like human.
Yeah. Or if we're gonna just see her
No.
as the Scroll Queen.
Probably.
Maybe when she turns into a human, it happens to be. I don't know. Anyways, continue.
It's just gonna be interesting about how this all works and how they're gonna explain that question and all that stuff.
That's the only thing I can think of is like how WandaVision cut to the outside of the bubble and then back to the inside. So instead of it being a bubble, maybe it cuts to the present day where they're explaining the Fury, and then cuts back to the past to show what happened. You know what I mean?
When he was blipped the whole time.
Yeah. They're like catching him up.
But my question, no, I think my actual question is, was that actually Nick that got blipped, or was it Talos?
I believe it was actually Nick.
Because
I don't think Talos would have known about Captain Marvel.
Yeah, he
Well,
does.
Oh yeah, he would have. Yeah, he would have. Yeah, you're right. Forgot about that. I kind of erased that movie out of my mind.
Apparently, a lot of people did. Apparently, a lot of people did, and all that stuff.
Because you also got to remember in Spider-Man, what was it, Homecoming?
Far From Home.
He was off Far From Home. Yeah, he was off planet.
Yeah. At the end of that, cutscene. So like, there is a lot of questions. Like I said, it's like, so was that actual Nick, or was that Talos as Nick that got? And
I
of course,
I think that was actually Nick
and everything. Because because remember in Captain Marvel, the scrolls also grabs the memories of that person when they change over. So he knows. So he does know about the pager. So Talos would have known about the pager and all that stuff too.
That's true.
Because and all that stuff too. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, so I would love to know about who was it that was on there, and of course, so that's like, is it actually Nick, or like, did something happen in let's say after Avengers 1 to that point of time of Infinity, right before that in credit scene of film where Nick went to space and then Talos switched over during that time frame and all that stuff. No, not Avengers. Winter Soldier. There we go. Winter Soldier, because that's when Shield just got destroyed. And also between that and the end credit scene of Infinity War, did during that time frame Nick and Talos switch places and all that stuff that whole time and everything? Like, that happened at least and all that stuff to give that more sense, because I can make more sense of the fact of it was Talos and his wife that got blipped, but Nick was in space the whole time. And of course, when they came back,
Nick got blipped in space. Is he just in that little space where?
Well, I mean, like, it was the whole universe that got blipped and everything.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. But at the same time, it's like, I think there is a chance, like, it wasn't like say if they did switch places, like actual Nick, when he say he was in space, but didn't get blipped and all that stuff.
You think Galactus got blipped?
I don't know, because I'm not thinking about that right now.
And then if Galactus didn't get blipped, would he want, because how certain worlds he goes to, because they're bigger and they have more people and stuff like that, you think it would have been harder for him to like select dinner, or you think he would just start eating random planets at that point?
No, because
hypothetically speaking,
I think in my point, like, if we look at this one way, like, I think Galactus exists, but he didn't get blipped. What I think after what happened in Eternals, I think that's where his craving begins and all that stuff, like wanting to eat planets and all that stuff.
He's just, a hungry boy.
But we just won't know that until like later. We won't find that out till like later on, though, and all that stuff.
No, this is all hypothetically because we're not
just
not confirmed or anything.
But I'm interested in seeing that show more now since we're now because it's the first piece of content that's actually set during the blip.
That's true.
So it's gonna be fun.
It is going to be fun.
Yeah. So
As that topic comes to an end,
yep.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing, huh? We could still talk about the. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
So
I mean, that could be a whole
I haven't
video
seen this
itself.
trailer, but most likely Ricky has. Maybe Manny. We got
Depends
Mission
on the story.
Impossible: Dead Reckoning, Part 1, the
No,
trailer.
I don't like Mission Impossible.
I literally put. Wait, what?
I don't like Mission Impossible.
What?
I don't like Mission Impossible.
I know that.
Oh, I thought you couldn't hear me.
Yeah, his reaction was what?
That's my reaction. Like surprised. You know,
Oh
this
yeah,
stuff.
no. Can't
Wow.
care for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, have you seen any of the movies? Like,
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
wait. How is that? You've seen every single one, but don't care for them.
Well, because I try to give them another chance. You know what I mean?
This guy.
You would think
I'm open to
there's literally 6 movies out of this show of this movie
That's
franchise.
correct.
The 7th one is the 7th. There's 2 more coming out. You would think by then you would probably give up on it, but for some reason you kept going.
Yeah.
If you don't care for them, I'm just.
Well, maybe it gets better.
I'm
Maybe
just
it gets
more.
better.
I'm just
I don't
more.
know. You know what I mean?
It's literally gotten better. Each one has gotten better.
Still don't care for it. I probably won't watch this one. I might. I don't know yet.
I don't get it. I literally don't get that right now. I'm so confused by this right
More
now.
of a Jason Bourne guy.
I'm so confused by this.
True.
I'm so
Me too.
so confused by this.
Yeah.
And anyways, but yeah, so Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning, Part 1. So there's a second part. I did a trailer reaction to it on our YouTube channel, so that's up. That's already available if you guys want to check that out. The fact that it said Part 1, I was already like, okay, there's another one coming out. What I didn't know that this movie's coming out next year.
Oh.
I was like, and I didn't find out till watching the trailer. I think and everything. No. I looked it up because I was like, oh yeah, add it to the arsenal of movies we have to see. I have to see. And it said next year, July next year. I was like, why is this trailer out now? But then it dawned on me because it came out before Maverick came out, Top Gun Maverick. So I was like, oh, that makes sense. But still, why and all that stuff?
Because why not?
Because like if you look at it nowadays, a lot of movie trailers for movies that are like, especially like big movies that have been coming out.
Yeah.
And Thor is like a perfect example. They bring out their first trailers like at least a couple months before the actual movie comes out nowadays, and everything. And I think that's been more of a like COVID and all that stuff and everything like that, and trying to push everything quickly and everything. But I think it's been helpful because it's like you don't anticipate it for so long. You don't have to anticipate it for so long and all that stuff. Yeah. This one kind of caught me off guard and all that stuff. But then again, it's like I said, it's literally before. It literally released it before Maverick came out. It is a Tom Cruise movie also and everything like that. So it's like
It is a Tom Cruise movie.
So it's like I don't know if he wanted to have 2 movies out in the same year or something like that and everything. But I was like, okay. So my thing with Mission Impossible, like my history with it, it's like I've seen the first one when it first came out. And I didn't care much for it after that. But then like I think it was like maybe the 4th or 5th one where it's like, hey, that looks more interesting than it did before. I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna try to catch up and watch it. I don't know much of the story because it's always like something. It's always changed because it's always a different thing.
Explosions. Tom Cruise.
It's literally the same thing.
Impossible feats of a human being.
Yeah, it's always that stuff. But the story, it's like, it didn't like. I think like I think after 4 is like it started being more of a connective tissue to it and all that stuff. So I didn't like. So it's like I'm probably gonna like rewatch these movies, so that way I can just feel better about myself in a way, and give it a shot. And then like I probably won't do it till like next year since this movie doesn't come out for like a full year, another year. And then part 2 actually comes out in 2024. So it's like okay.
Mm,
And
can make it to that.
do I like the trailer? Yes, I did. I enjoyed it very much. Um, I don't. There's a lot of Easter eggs that relate to like the older stuff. So it's like I never caught on to that until like I started watching other reactions, and they were like, oh, this guy's from this movie back in the. I'm like, oh, okay, I oh, that's interesting and all that stuff.
Dude,
You're
Like
like, good to know.
like good to know. Like I mean like the main team itself. It's like they're from like they're some of them are from the older ones. Um, and everything. And then like we got a bunch of new characters and all that stuff. As always, like with every Mission Impossible movie, you get the original cast and then some new ones that get added in. Haley Atwell, who plays Peggy Carter in the MCU, she's in this movie. So don't know if she's a bad person, good person. I mean, she's working with Tom Cruise, so that might mean something. I did recognize one character from like a previous movie, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. I know that person, so that's cool to see her back in this and all that stuff. So that was interesting and all that stuff. But I enjoyed the trailer. It was good times and all and everything. So and but I'm excited. I'm like I said, it sucks the fact that it's like this trailer came out like literally a year before the movie comes out and all that
yeah.
stuff. But I get
Typical
why they
Mission Impossible
I
fashion, you know?
I get why they did it and all that stuff. But at the same time, it's just like I want to see this. 'Cause how are you gonna do this?
Speaking of TC, have you guys seen Maverick yet?
No,
No.
I'm
I wanted to see it this weekend, but stuff came out.
speaking since we're on the topic of Top Gun, I actually saw Top Gun for the first time last week.
Your first time was last week, really?
Yep.
It's good, huh?
I because like here's the thing, I was thinking to myself like it came to like this point of like you know what, I bet you anything Manny likes this movie. He's probably gonna access of seeing Maverick at least like Maverick.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get ahead of the curve. I'm gonna watch Top Gun and all stuff. And I'm like, and it's always been something on the watch, but it's not something I've been like wanting and all that stuff. And apparently like and then reviews came out for Maverick and apparently like it's literally good. So I was like, you know what?
I really wanted to see it for opening weekend.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you guys, but then Ricky knows.
Yeah. But I saw the first one. I enjoyed it. I actually liked it. Like I actually liked it. Like for it being like was it the 1980 something? If I remember correctly.
84, I think.
84.
84.
1984.
I believe.
Like I had a good time enjoying it. Like I'm not 1986. 1986.
1986, yeah.
1986.
I was 2 years off.
And the fact that it's like the reviews, like it's like IMDb gives it a 6.9, Rotten Tomatoes a 57, Metacritic overall is a 50. For what it is and what it was, like it's a good movie. Like trust me, yeah, it has its like if you try to compare it to now and all that stuff, it has those things and all that stuff. But it's a good movie. I really enjoyed.
Tom Cruise been alive?
A long time.
Dude, that Scientology stuff. Dude.
I think he's like
that shit living.
Yeah.
He's been since the 60s. This dude's been up and
he's 59.
Yeah,
he's 59 years old. Dude. He's 59.
He definitely drinks virgin blood, dude.
I know that stuff. That Scientology does a lot. And all that stuff. Like what's funny about it too, like when I watched it, because I was gonna find it. I was like, if I had to rent it, I was gonna rent it to watch it.
On Netflix.
But it's when I looked it up, it's on Netflix. Well, it's on Netflix. It's no longer on Netflix now, as of today.
Yeah. Oh, it's off?
It's on it's now on Paramount Plus.
Oh, okay.
And all that stuff. And everything. And that's more of a content, right? Still. Yeah. That's why they did that.
I feel like Maverick would be really cool to see in Dolby Digital.
No. After that, it was like I'm down to see Maverick. Like, and all that stuff. Like even if you did have the opportunity to access, I still probably would have watched Top Gun just so that way to understand it. But if you like, I would have like even just seen because I seen the trailer for Maverick. I'm like, yeah, this would be something to watch in like IMAX or Dolby. And everything like that. And I'd be really cool. And I'd be down to see it. And I would have saw it still and everything just to catch up. But the fact that like I did it on my own according before before you asked, and I was like, I enjoyed it. I'm down to see Maverick even more,
Oh man,
and
I mean, we'll
but
go
then
next week.
but then what happened with Manny and all that stuff kind of derailed that. So
Yeah,
and all that stuff, but hopefully we can and all that stuff.
hopefully next week.
No,
Hopefully,
yeah,
You know, I can say I haven't seen any Top Gun.
there's only one.
there's only one. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said. That's why I said any
What's
Top
fu-
Gun.
What's funny? I don't know what Manny was talking about in our group chat. No, it
Oh
was me.
yeah,
It was
no,
direct. He was like
yeah,
saying
yeah,
like because he said Top Guns and you said Top Gun in the message.
yeah.
I was
Well,
like,
the S was a mistake, but I meant to
okay,
say like all of Top Gun's, like behind the scenes bonus features and all that stuff.
so yeah,
Which is like there's like an hour and a half version of it where it like shows a bunch of that stuff. I was
yeah,
watching that at the time.
yeah. So it's like so it's
Yeah,
been so yeah. So I was like Top Guns. There's only one and all
yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And then quick thing about Top Gun and going into Maverick and all that stuff. I'm kind of interested in why two characters in the first one are not in this one.
They're
And
dead.
no, and all that stuff. They're alive. Like the actors
Yeah.
themselves are alive. But I want to know more about it. Like I kind of looked it up and all that stuff, but they haven't said much
They're
about it.
retired.
They haven't said much about it because especially for one of them, because I mean technically they're both important, but one of them is really
Yeah,
important. One is really important if you want to like, especially in the first and the second one, based off the story of the second one, from what I
I
know.
like how you're keeping this like spoiler free when
'Cause,
one's
like,
been out since the 80s.
I know, because it's like I don't want to like whoever wants to watch it has probably not seen both. Like, because like I said, I never saw the
That's
first
true.
one. I never
That's
saw the first one and all that stuff, and I really want to know what happens there. And then the fact of Jennifer Connelly's character in this one, I didn't know. I was always confused of like what's her role in this movie because like I said,
Yeah.
of not knowing any movie at all, I found out who she plays, and I'm like, oh, that's after because
Yeah.
that's after watching the first movie. I'm like, that's interesting, and all that stuff. So I'm like kind of excited to see Maverick now and all that stuff because it's based off
Dude,
that.
also, what the crazy part is, Iceman actually speaks.
Oh,
They use
in
AI.
Maverick.
They use AI to
Oh wait,
recreate his
I
voice.
didn't want to know that honestly because I knew that because of Kilmer's thing and all that stuff.
Yeah. They use AI to recreate his voice, so it's kind of dope how Iceman speaks.
You know,
But
I have a theory. AI is going to be taking over movies.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, Disney already has their little bank of like
Their-
registered faces and
the
whatnot.
deep fake stuff and everything like that.
Exactly.
Like,
You
yeah.
know, soon we'll see probably Marilyn Monroe come back.
Okay, I don't think we're gonna go that far.
Yeah. Her moves are garbage.
That's too
You know,
much.
Tom Cruise is gonna live on to make more Top Gun.
Yeah,
Well,
dude, he's gonna be well into his 200s.
that depends on how Paramount spends that money because like Disney's already ahead of all that stuff and everything like that, and they've been doing it within Marvel and Star Wars and everything.
Mhm.
But it's like I
Because
don't.
you
I
know
don't know.
TC's gonna be acting to like 150. You know.
Mhm. But yeah, I'm excited for Maverick now. Also.
And you know, speaking of Disney, you know, we got the info from the Star Wars Celebration guys.
Oh, what a weekend it was!
Yeah.
What a
There's a
weekend!
lot of oh my gosh, yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
What a weekend! Like I was like, so Star Wars Celebration was this past weekend. It was in Anaheim, which kind of forgot that I was in Anaheim and all that stuff.
Ricky's
And
like, I went. No,
I wish,
He
but
could have, yeah.
but I think the thing was, I think like they sold tickets like way in advance for that,
Yeah.
and they were gone
Like way in advance.
and all that stuff. They were gone.
eBay, Ricky.
No, I'm not.
eBay.
No,
For like $5,000.
I love Star. I don't get me wrong. I enjoy Star
Yeah.
Wars. I enjoy Star Wars, but I don't think I'm willing to do secondhand pricing ticket prices to go to this
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Like I'm fine, but like plus like going into the event, I knew they were gonna probably they're gonna announce some things and all that stuff and everything because we know of like the new season of Mandalorian, Ahsoka show, and everything like that. It's just more of when that's gonna happen, but we got that and a ton of more stuff, and I'm like, yes, like if you're ready to consume, if you're ready for Star Wars consumption, you're gonna get it in the next year.
Gosh.
And all that stuff. Because I'm excited and all that stuff. I'm very especially and then all in that, they dropped Kenobi 3 hours early. That was something else. Because I remember that day, that Friday, and all that stuff, and we were talking about getting on and like just playing games and all that stuff, and then literally, I found it from a tweet, and I was like, wait, what? And I literally like looked up social media and everything like that, and apparently that's when they announced that Kenobi was going to be released 3 hours early, and I was like, and I literally put it in our group chat of like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be on tonight.
I remember that.
And I was dying laughing and all that stuff. But that was like the fun part, the interesting about that, because like I wonder if they did that because the fact that it's like because Stranger Things, the new season of Stranger Things was coming out on midnight also, and and
Yeah.
also with Netflix shows, all the episodes are out on that time.
Yeah.
So it's like I think I wonder if they did that to get the head start, because not only if they're doing it at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, it's going out midnight in the East Coast. So like East Coast is gonna get eat good with us and all that stuff on this. And again, I'll talk about Kenobi later on because everything, because I have a lot. But let's get into the stuff with Star Wars Celebration, because like I said, there's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on.
First things first is we get our very first teaser trailer for the show Andor, which that is coming out later this year on the 31st of in August. A very good trailer. I enjoyed it a lot. So for those who don't know, Cassian Andor is the character from Rogue One. He's with the rebellion and everything, but he works, if you've seen Rogue One, he's more on like the, I guess you can say, more dark side of the rebellion. Like he does like a lot of assassinations and all that stuff. And that's the purpose. And I think with this show, and especially with the first season, as I will explain a little bit more later on, that's where we're gonna get, from what it looks like, a more to learn more about the start, not just him, but also the start of the rebellion and everything. How that trailer
rated
ended.
R Star Wars films.
Maybe. Well, it's a show, so
yeah,
everything.
rated R Star Wars. No,
They're
they're not gonna do.
They're probably gonna push it a bit. They're probably gonna push it a bit and all that stuff. I mean,
TV-14 goes hard. I've
does.
learned that in Arrow.
It does. It does.
He dies.
It does.
Sucks.
All that stuff.
Spoilers.
Wait, who?
Oh yeah. Cassian.
Oh,
Not the show.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, of course, like if you've seen Rogue One, yeah, he does die and all that stuff. But what's cool about it, it's like we're getting at least for Cassian, a planet got destroyed.
But did he die?
Yes.
Maybe he got absorbed by the Force before.
You do realize that was a show that dealt with no Force and Jedi.
Yeah.
That was a movie that dealt with no.
Yeah. Well, technically, there was one Jedi. There was one Jedi.
That wasn't a Jedi. That was a Sith Lord.
No. What's his name?
I don't think he was a Jedi.
Played him.
I know what you're talking about.
I thought he was.
No, I think he's more of a Force believer than a Jedi.
Oh, okay. I could have sworn he was. I thought he had the Force.
No. All that stuff. The first season
was cool.
The first season will consist of 12 episodes, and everything. This is the second longest premiere show of a show within Star Wars since the Bad Batch, as that one had a total of 16 seasons in its first season. They already announced the season 2 for this show, which will also consist of another 12 episodes. But how the second season is supposed to portray is supposed to lead into the beginning of Rogue One, at towards like the end of it and all that stuff. So we can see a lot of cool things coming with that. On to next is Mandalorian season 3. The long-awaited season that's coming is finally
here.
I'm sorry. Maddie is texting in our podcast group chat, and he literally asks the question after I already answered it.
I was texting it though before you answered. I was like,
and
he's funny to not send.
No. I was like, I literally just said second season literally leads up to the beginning of what?
Like right when you said that though, I was already done. I was like, it's too
But
funny.
why would you act like that's a question? You should already know the answer, because like it's the fact that it's a show that's Like, why even have the show in that question?
It's just space. It's just broken rubble for like
Stuff.
all the episodes.
Okay, back to The Mandalorian season 3. It is it will not be coming out this year. It will actually be coming out in February of next year. And the very exciting part for me, at least, and all that stuff, as and everything, that is we're going to Mandalore, which is the Mandalorian's home planet. If you've watched Star Wars, the Clone Wars, Rebels, and those shows in particularly, those bring out a lot of Mandalorian lore and all that stuff along and everything, and it's very amazing stuff to see. And then of course, like, it literally connects back to everything that we've seen in Mandalorian, of course, particularly with the Darksaber, for that stuff. And it's very exciting. There were stuff shown at Celebration, but it has been out in the public. Though if you're on TikTok and you get Star Wars content on your For You page, you might end up seeing some stuff and everything. I did. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
The Star Wars content that I get.
You know, I will be honest. I haven't seen Mandalorian yet.
You have not watched Mandalorian? It is.
What about Book of Boba Fett?
If he hasn't seen Mandalorian, he hasn't seen Book of Boba Fett.
Star Wars stuff.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah, you don't got DP. Disney Plus.
I did. I just canceled the subscription.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I'm like, I've already seen everything that I really wanted to see.
Yeah.
That's more of the. I did that more of the fact because of how well I know Manny than more of the fact of.
Oh gosh.
We will get Bo-Katan back in the series and everything. Cool. We're gonna learn more about. Like I said, I think we're gonna see a lot more of, especially what happened in Book of Boba Fett. Or with the man, because he little spoilers. Mandalorian had an episode in there.
Turned into the Mandalorian
and all that stuff, and it most likely will continue on from that. And that's going to be exciting to see for that too. Next is the Ahsoka live action show, which is that we're getting. That will be coming next year, and oh boy, I'm so excited for this show. This is technically going to be like the continuation of Rebels and everything,
basically, yeah.
And all that stuff, because not only is like, because this is an Ahsoka show, this is supposed to be based off how it continues off her episode in Mandalorian, where she has to find Grand Admiral Thrawn. Not only is we're getting that, we are getting 4 characters back from Rebels and getting them in live action form, and I'm very excited for this and everything. I'm very excited for this, for that stuff. But that's gonna be next year. There was like a small snippet of they released at the Celebration. Based off what I know, it's the big thing coming off it was seeing the so in the series finale of Rebels, it ended with showing this mural of the whole Rebels team. That's what they show in the Ahsoka show, and the clips are there. So it's like
Rebel 6.
Ezra Bridger coming. Are we gonna see him?
Hey, Rebel 6 going dark.
Yeah, pretty much. A new show was announced coming next year. It's gonna be called Star Wars Skeleton Crew. It's gonna star Jude Law, who plays Dumbledore from the Fantastic Beasts movies. In particular,
the original.
Huh? Oh, he said original.
When you said that original Harry Potter, I was like, oh, okay, that's weird.
Oh, because I said Fantastic Beast.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay.
And all that stuff. Which I still need to see that movie. Anyways,
I still have to see the first one.
Let's not continue. As far as the story goes, it's supposed to tell a story of a group of kids. That's all they gave us, and all that stuff. It is directed and produced by the same people that did the Spider-Man movies. So John Watts. The Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, to give that a little more clarification and everything. But it said it's supposed to come out next year. I don't know more, but it looks exciting. We got some video game news in Star Wars lore, as the sequel to Jedi Fallen Order is finally announced. Is actually going to be called Star Wars Jedi Fallen Survivor. It is set to come out in next year. No set like month or date, but next year next year. It is going to be a next gen only title, so you're only going to see this on PS5, Xbox Series X or S, and of course PC via Steam or
I gotta play
Epic
that
Game Store.
game.
Since you both have Xboxes and have Game Pass Ultimate, it is available there via
Okay.
EA Play.
I've seen gameplay when it first came out. I watched the whole playthrough,
I'm currently
but I never got it.
going through it again right now, and everything is it's a fun times.
Mhm.
It's a really good game. It's a really good game, and who never got to play the first one, it is a really good game. Speaking of the sequel, it is actually set 5 years after Fallen Order. So there's a time. So there's a time jump between the two games and everything. Of course, this is canon. This is within the Star Wars canon lore too. So that's cool. And also
Is
too,
Force Unleashed lore?
no,
Is canon? No.
no.
Man,
Unfortunately,
that was a good game.
unfortunately. And then lastly, the Bad Batch season 2 coming later this year. Coming later this year in the fall. I
That's one thing I gotta watch.
don't need it. You never did you start on it?
I got like halfway through. And
I was like, I love that show.
I
I enjoy that show a lot. To put in like a little bit of mild spoilers into this and everything. This show is what also shows us the transition going from clone troopers to stormtroopers. So, and I think we're gonna see a little bit more of that into the second season.
which leaves the poverty as we see in Obi-Wan.
Why did you have to bring that up now?
Oh gosh.
They're putting our troopers on the streets begging for money, dude.
Stop! Can you? I'm trying to put my spoilers on one show, and you just bring spoilers on a totally different show. Okay.
It's not really a spoiler.
I'm trying to keep Arturo clean off it as much as possible.
It's fine.
It's not like a main story arc, though.
It's a big deal though.
Yeah, I guess.
All that stuff, especially at everything. But yeah, fall of this year, I think it's probably gonna be another 16 episodes.
So basically, what I'm hearing is this year we're gonna have to make me watch Star Wars.
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
Yes. Yes.
No name reactions, Star Wars. But...
Oh my god, that is a lot of content.
For the month of June.
Yep.
Yes. We have to be recording like every single day to get that done.
I'm down. I'm game.
Stuff. But other than that, that's like more of the like, and what I seen like the big stuff and everything like that coming from this and everything like that from Star Wars Celebration. There is gonna be one next year for Star Wars Celebration, but it's gonna be in London, unfortunately. So,
London, California, or London,
England.
Oh, okay.
And everything, but
that would have been a weird location. If you're in London, California.
It would have been interesting to go this year just to see, just check it out and everything, and seeing all that stuff, and then seeing all this. But I'm literally excited about everything that's here, especially Fallen Order, because that's the one game I've been very, very been wanting to get announced, and the fact that it's next year is very exciting, and everything like that. But yeah, I'm so excited for this stuff. So much Star Wars, so much stuff. And here's the one thing I want to say. I'm kind of glad they're like spreading this away. They're kind of like shifting this towards like TV stuff, and everything with how they're building out the story. And they're doing it, and they're doing stories within the gaps between movies instead of just doing it within the movies themselves with all these TV shows. There are still doing movies though, and everything like that. Like there's supposed to be a movie set next year that's going to be directed by Taika Waititi, who did the last 2 Thor movies. So that's gonna be fun to see.
And What We Do in the Shadows.
And that one also. Yeah.
What we do?
Which I'm currently binging all of them. The show.
Dude, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it is hilarious.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, because I liked the movie, but I never got to see the show. But it's on Hulu, so.
Yeah, the show. The show. That's the only reason why I kept Hulu for so long. Because it slaps.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's solid.
I had a good time. It was good times. It was good times. It was a good. It was a good weekend. All that stuff. Star Wars wise
Yeah.
stuff, and of course there's Kenobi, but we'll talk about that later.
Oh yeah, Obi-Wan. Go on.
No, I'm done. Star Wars is done.
No,
Yeah.
take it too.
Oh, you don't want to bring it up, Manny? I mean,
Well, I
because
mean,
this is your little.
you're the host. You should probably start it off, so then lead it to
I
Yeah,
it.
I don't
started
even know
off.
the next topic.
This guy.
I don't know the next topic. I don't.
So I don't know much
Oh,
about
okay, that
sports,
makes sense.
but it's the whole thing with the Coyotes to share their center ice with the Sun Devils.
That is correct. So, the first time in a long time, trying to get the exact year. Rick, if you can do that for me. The first
even know
time
what I'm looking up.
NHL. Look up the last time an NHL team has shared center ice logos. I know it's been a long time.
Wait, that's an actual
So
thing.
yeah,
NH-
the Whalers did it. Last time hockey has shared center ice logos. Should be a thing. I know the
NHL.
Whalers did it at one point.
Oh, like NHL teams sharing arenas.
No, sharing center ice logo. Because they've shared arenas before, but they've kept the original team's logo a couple times.
Um,
As
wouldn't it
you
be
guess
like
that. So,
wouldn't it be like the New York teams or something like that in particularly?
no, actually,
Didn't the Islanders and the Rangers do that?
they didn't share center ice logo.
Oh, that's what I'm
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
for.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, but
So the
the thing is though, this one is different because it's an NHL team sharing it with a college team, with a college.
yeah, which has never happened before whatsoever. So for those of you who don't know, last season before, it got announced that Gila River Arena will no longer be housing the Arizona Coyotes because they're garbage. Nobody wants to see them. And they should pull them out of Arizona because Arizona's fan base is whack. Uh, not even Gretzky was able to save that team. So basically, that's true. Gretzky was their coach, and it was just garbage. So, anyways, uh, so basically, they're moving out of the actual stadium, Gila River Arena, down to where the Sun Devils play hockey. In I think it's even lower capacity than our arena here. Um, which I doubt they're gonna even fill that. Um, but basically, it was talked about a couple months ago, about 3 months ago, I want to say, that the Sun Devils will not be changing their center ice logo, and that the Coyotes would have to play with Sun Devils ice. But then it was released, I believe it was as a month ago. This article is kind of old. Um, that the Sun Devils opted to share center ice, so it'll be half Sun Devil, half Coyotes, which is kind of a big deal because
it's a 5,000 seat arena.
there you go. So even smaller than our arena here, because our arena is 10, I think. Yeah.
10 to 12, depending.
Yeah, so see, ours is double the size.
I
Again,
can't.
like I said, I highly doubt they're gonna sell that out. But,
Side note, I can't find the thing. I don't. It's hard to like.
oh, you can't find it?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it was the 70s. I think the Whalers did it in 72. I think. Uh so it's been a really long time since teams have shared center ice logos before.
The question about this: are they just sharing it just so they can get a new arena, so they can find their own arena, or is this something permanent?
We don't know at this point because Gila does not want the Coyotes. They've already made that clear. They're not taking back the Coyotes no matter what.
Wait, who isn't?
Gila River, which is the arena owned by the state of Arizona.
Where is that one located?
Glendale,
City.
Arizona.
Why is it not an actual? Oh, they're the Arizona. So they're probably gonna, since they're called the Arizona Coyotes, they can probably find somewhere else,
They
right?
can go anywhere, but the thing is, one is stadiums. There's none really as big as Gila River for hockey.
I mean, they would have to find a way to get one built. I mean,
Yeah, and then as of right now, no city really wants to build an arena for the Coyotes because they really just aren't that much of a draw. I mean, they've seen what ticket prices are, and then also the fact that Coyotes were like 5 years late on their rent for Gila River at one point.
Mhm.
And they were taking out loans and stuff like that. And they were just not doing good whatsoever.
how is relocation an option?
At this point, that's what everybody's saying. I mean, they've been talking. People have been saying pull it out of the desert for years at this point because one, the team's just going down the drain. The organization doesn't really care.
Well, I was gonna say, like, has ownership decided to do relocation, or they
As
just
of
want
right now, no. As of right now, no. They want to stay in Arizona, from what I've heard.
and the league hasn't said
So
anything about
the league, no. So it's
if if only they were like that in the MLB.
yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, ship them back up to Quebec or Quebec, as they say. You know, that's the
Shit.
best thing. I mean, the Nordiques fan base has wanted the Nordiques back for years. So, I mean,
Well, I mean, selling the team isn't apparently. It doesn't seem like selling the team is an option. Also, they don't want to
no,
sell.
it does not. Yeah. So, I mean, only the real logical option is either do better, grow your fan base back. But I mean, that's the way it seems like they want to do. But it doesn't really show that they put an effort towards that. Um, it kind of looked like they had a little bit of hope when they got Kessel, but that kind of they didn't really build a team around him. So you know, it was just kind of interesting. It was the first time it's happened in years, so I gotta talk about it.
It does say here that there was, based on the article, on a paragraph says the Athletic has previously reported on accusations of the Coyotes having a toxic work environment, and the organization has also faced a lot of backlash in 2020 when they drafted Mitchell Miller, who bullied a black classmate with developmental disabilities. Coyotes later cut
Yeah.
ties with Miller and forfeited the pick.
Yes.
Who's the owner?
I cannot remember.
Okay,
I knew his name at one point. I knew his name like a couple years ago.
According to which allowed him to get out of the deal if anything could poorly on the university. According to the document, if the Coyotes or the owner, which is Alex Murillo, I think that's his name, right?
There you go.
Becomes the subject of okay. So even like behind the scenes, there's this team has issues.
Yeah, very much.
Stuff. I'm surprised ASU decided to do this then. I mean, they have a clause in there if something goes wrong, they can pull them out.
Yeah, which is actually extremely smart. I mean, showing their past. Okay, I found the times it's happened. So Senators and Nordiques did it. Let's see here. The Ottawa Senators share centralized logos with the Ontario Hockey League's Ottawa 67s for their first 4 seasons from 92 to 96. And then the Quebec Ramparts did it with the Quebec Nordiques in 1980 and 1981. So it's been quite a while. And then also, I mean, the 67s were from a different league completely. They weren't in the NHL.
But the ones you mentioned though, that's within the NHL.
So the Senators are an NHL team, but the Ottawa 67s, which they shared the ice with from 92 to 96, were from the Ontario Hockey League. And then the Quebec Nordiques were an NHL team, and they shared their center ice in 1980 and 1981 with the QMJHL's Quebec Ramparts.
So there's never been two NHL teams that shared
Correct.
center ice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean the logo. I mean in particular.
Yeah, center ice. Yeah. No, you're right, center ice. Yeah. Has it happened where two teams have played in the same arena, like have shared an arena?
Yeah,
at one
yeah.
point, I believe so. But they've never shared center ice. It's always remained whatever team was there originally.
Okay.
So it wasn't really a shock to hear the Sun Devils wanted just Sun Devils ice, but I guess they negotiated. I guess they talked about it, and they'll be sharing center ice now. We don't know in what way. Is it going to be two logos?
It's most likely going to be two logos.
Did?
It's most likely going to be two logos.
Or is it going to be one big logo split in half? We don't know yet.
There's one big logo split in half, obviously.
Yeah, that makes the most sense in a weird way. But then also, I mean, Quebec and Ottawa did 4 logos, two of each. But it's gonna be interesting here seeing that.
Mhm.
Okay, so now we got our shows, we got our sports talk.
Oh yeah.
Call this
Also, real quick.
newsletter.
Speaking of sports talk, Ricky, you should see Shorzy on Hulu. You should watch the show Shorzy on Hulu. You'll like it. Have you seen Letterkenny?
No.
Well, that's 10 seasons, so I wouldn't recommend binging that. But Shorzy only one season. It just started Friday. It's a spin-off from Letterkenny, but you can watch it without watching Letterkenny. Or you can watch one episode of Letterkenny, you understand it, but you'll be fine. You'll be caught up. I recommend watching Shorzy. Continue, Dr. I rest
So
my case.
we had our entertainment talk, we had our sports talk. Now we're on our gaming talk, and there's a lot of gaming stuff coming up,
Is there?
and that we have played. Yeah,
Oh, snap.
it is summer after all.
Does it have to do
I
with
just realized,
Bethesda?
it just dawned on me. Yeah, summer's coming up. I just dawned on me, like, it's gonna be crazy, gaming wise.
Yeah.
I mean, like release wise, like probably not that much. There's
Because
like one.
this is like usually when companies just release out the most that they have, that way they can take their breaks
Yeah.
and then continue back on.
Well, I was just thinking about the influx of more players that we're gonna have to
Yeah,
go against.
that too.
Yeah,
You
a
know,
lot of toxic.
less queue times.
Like, honestly, like when it comes to like releases, there isn't much really. If you follow the
It's
industry
more
that well,
updates nowadays.
and all that stuff. Well, just in general, no, I just mean like new games in general, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Updates are updates no matter what.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. But it's like this is normally the time of. It's a strange year if you're looking at it from an industry perspective because E3 is normally around is the thing. E3 is no longer a thing. There are still going to be like showcases and all stuff to do that stuff, but which we'll get into later. But it's just going to be very. I don't know what to think of. Like, I can't think of a last time a big king came out during the summer.
Anthem.
That came out in February.
Oh, that was sometime. What's it called? Sunset Overdrive. Wasn't that summertime?
Fall.
Oh, that's close enough. It felt like a summer game.
Most big games traditionally it's always in the fall. It's a fall time.
Mario Golf came out
has
in the summer.
okay.
Skylanders. No, December.
Fall.
Also, Skyward Sword did also come out in the summer, didn't it?
The remake it did, yes.
The remake, yeah.
I mean not the remastered.
NFL 92.
I mean Madden is like the summer end and all that stuff, but that's Madden. And everything. Again, like
Mario and Sonic at the Summer Olympic Games.
Do they even make those still? I don't even know
Yeah.
myself.
They do actually.
Did they make the one for last year?
For the Switch.
Did they do one for last year?
The Tokyo. Or the what is it? Tokyo?
Yeah, it was Tokyo.
Tokyo? Yeah, they made the Tokyo one.
But again, traditionally, like big games come out towards like the fall, winter.
Mm-hmm.
It has like started to blend, go down into like springtime of the new year, into now and all that stuff. But
Mario Strikers is coming out this summer, isn't it?
Well, I'm talking about like actual big games. Like
that was what was the game?
I mean, but these are big games too.
We got Mario Home Warriors. like your
I know
God of Wars and all that stuff. Like Last of Us was a summer title. It literally came out after E3.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is coming out.
Batman Arkham Asylum came out in the summer too. So those are ones, but all that stuff. Xenoblade, I mean, never played them, so I don't know. So, but yeah, I mean, I think for like it's an interesting time. It's an interesting time, but I don't know all that stuff. This summer's gonna be interesting, and I'll talk about that in a bit later. But let's get to the first game that we've played together. we actually played, that we liked, that we fun, that I miss playing so much right now.
Yeah.
Back for Blood.
No,
Smash Bros.
technically, I guess.
Anthem.
Dear God.
Nickelodeon kart racers or
I thought
This
you
is the
racers.
guy.
No,
That's
literally in their top. It's literally in the thing.
the
Nintendo Switch
multiverse of
Sports.
madness, dude.
I mean, technically, it is.
Nintendo Switch Sports.
I need to buy that. It's only $40.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It is only 40.
You know, so
Yeah, yeah. Splatoon.
there's a third one coming out.
It's multiverses, Manny.
So, multiverses. The closed
You know,
alpha was this past weekend.
We get confirmed Ultra Instinct Shaggy and everything.
Dude, that game was.
We do.
That game was so much fun.
I liked it, Taz.
I'm upset that we didn't play more of that. I'm so upset.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it was like
We'll play more when it comes out.
I mean, it comes out. The open beta comes out in July, which is gonna
You were racking up followers while you're playing that game.
Dude, that was like, I kid you not. Those first 2 nights of playing that game, the first 2 days of when that game came out.
You got more followers those 2 games than your entire streaming career.
Okay,
that
stop. Let's not harsh on my stream. Okay, is it really a career when it's like I'm not even like I don't want to say not putting the time in, but like it's like when I'm just I get it in and I do it in my head and a lot of stuff and everything like that. I will say it was a big day and all that stuff and from streaming the game and all that stuff. But
You
you also
my favorite
you also have to
comment was
remember-
always like, "Do you have any more codes?"
that's the only reason
You know?
why though. That was the only reason why and all that stuff. I mean, and I got and all that stuff. So it's like
You know, it reminds me of the. You got any games on your phone?
it's that. It was literally that. Like that's the only reason why people came. And like, I mean, people stayed and all that stuff and watched, and I got a couple people that stayed in chat and everything. But at the same time, it's like that's the only reason why. That was mainly the reason why people came into the chat and all that stuff and came
But
into.
then it's a follow, so that was cool.
I mean, people, and then yeah, people did follow, which was awesome too, and everything. But it's like the one thing about that is like you also have to like, as much as I don't want to talk about the streaming part, I would do want to talk about the game more. It's like will they stay after that? Because like multiverses was only available for like a week,
Yeah,
and we didn't get to play as much after those first 2 nights.
that's true.
That is true.
And so it's literally gonna happen. It's like because like the streams is mainly like battle royale games that we play.
If you think about it, you can do a triple threat challenge with multiverses, Tekken, and Smash Bros. That'd be cool.
What, like online, doing like an online matches?
No, like a triple threat challenge. You know, like
Manny, I know that.
yeah,
I'm saying
matches.
what I'm saying is like doing online matches, like one
Yeah,
online match in
doing-
multiverses, one in Tekken, one in
Yeah.
Smash.
Like you need like 2 wins in multiverses. You need like 1 win in Tekken, and then you need like 3 wins in Smash, or like something like that. Or maybe 3-3-3 because triple threat challenge. So like you need
Oh,
3
gosh.
wins, 3 wins, 3 wins.
That doesn't sound exciting whatsoever.
I'd watch it.
And all that stuff. You would.
But yeah, I really did like multiverses. I felt like it was a very smooth game to play.
It's so much more than just a
My
Smash
only
Bros.
problem with
combo.
it was just, I couldn't read some of my combos that I could do.
Yeah, you had some weird wording issues on your game.
Yeah,
I
like
heard
the
it.
wording issues. I was just like, I'm like, what is going on? But I do really like how each character has like their own like unique mechanics and everything, and there really isn't any clones. Granted, we already do have one, anime sword fighter in the game, Finn. No, just kidding.
Finn is Link
Finn is the anime sword fighter.
and all that stuff. That was I literally caught on to that so easily.
What do you mean? No, just kidding.
As
Yeah.
was solid.
Tom and Jerry is, I guess you can somewhat say, is an ice climbers.
No.
Um,
Tom and Jerry is Snake. They have an IKEA.
Interesting.
Oh gosh.
The thing about this game, like, it is so much more than just like a Smash clone. Like,
Oh
there's-
yeah.
there's way
It's-
more more into
Like
this game.
this is like its own actual title and everything, and then all the characters have their own unique quips and everything, and then they also interact with each other too, which I find really cool.
Yeah,
Oh
that
my
was cool.
gosh, the interactions in these games is so funny. Like I didn't catch on to it the first time, but when I was watching a video, apparently like for Tom and Jerry, it's literally like when Tom is attacking, he's literally going after Jerry when he's doing it and all that stuff.
Hmm.
If you look at it closely, so it's like even though he's like attacking the other guy, it's like it's the concept of it is him actually going after Jerry and hitting
Yeah,
Jerry and all that stuff, which is so cool to see. Of course, like with some of the other aspects, it's like for Velma in particularly, it's like when you see her crawl, it's like she's looking for her glasses and everything like that, and everything. Like there's an actual point where like it does get blurry in the game itself, where she because she can't see. Their animations, like it's literally them, like how they run, especially with Shaggy too and everything. Oh, it was just so much fun to see. That was like so cool and everything. They have like a little perk system that they have when you level up your stuff. They all have like a mastery level to level up to get you stuff. Um, the battle pass, most likely it's going to be a paid battle pass because this is going to be a free to play game, which is very cool to see on
it
all that
is
stuff. It's going to be
very much.
it's going to be very cool. Um, and everything. Like the game itself literally just jumped out with online battles, custom games, and I like the fact that the training module is called the lab. That is so cool and everything because that's like an actual gaming term when you're trying to like practice and all that stuff. It's like I'm gonna go in the lab and all that stuff, meaning they're gonna train to get better and all that stuff. So that was pretty. That's a fun tidbit right there and for that stuff. Um, for me, I think my characters that I enjoyed were Harley, Wonder Woman, and though I only got to play with him in practice, but I think if I used him more, I probably would have actually enjoyed him. Superman
Superman was cool.
and all that stuff. Superman is interesting. What are you talking about? You kept flying off the dang arena every time. And all that
Well, because
stuff.
you can, if you're flying into them, you can grab them and chuck them. So that's what I kept trying to do, but
Yeah.
I had bad aim that night.
And
Oh
then
gosh.
the one I enjoyed, I want to see. I think I want to start watching this character on a spectator perspective, and this is after seeing Arturo use this character, Arya Stark,
Mm.
and all that stuff. I want to see that one more from a spectator part, because the way when how you got finally figured her out and started using her, I was like, even though I'm playing the game with them because we're doing 2v2s, like just watching it and everything was like, oh my god.
Because I like her mechanics because her mechanics are just so unique. Because all of her skills just require her to really focus on what she's doing. Because you could teleport across the stage, you could go back to your partner to support them and boost them and everything. So she's like really a really good support character on helping you like team up and like fight and like change like 2v2 situations to like a 2v1 situation.
Mhm. Yeah, so it's like seeing her like from a spectator standpoint was really cool to see, and I was like, I really want like because there's gonna be like a 2v2 tournament in Evo later this year, and I'm planning on watching that because it's gonna look so much fun. Because like the thing about multiverse is it's more of a 2v2 focus fighter game than it is with normal like those kind of style of games, which is more 1v1s and all that stuff and everything with Smash in particularly. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and
You
everything
think we'll get Iron? When do you think we'll get Iron Giant? You think Iron Giant's gonna be
in
soon as the
July.
game comes out, or is
I
it gonna
think
be after?
I think July. I think we'll get it July. Like you don't announce them on the trailer for the when the closed alpha happened. And it's not. It's like though
Yeah, that's true.
we didn't see him in the closed alpha. He has to be there by. I think he'll probably be there by July when the closed beta open beta comes out, and we'll hopefully get more characters. I mean, don't get me wrong. Closed alpha had a nice sample of characters in
Yeah,
that
they did.
game. It had a nice sample of
Oh
characters,
yes.
and then
Did
each
you
one
guys
of
use the reindeer dog
the Rin dog.
or
I
I
did.
think
industrial?
Rick used them for one game.
I did for one game. I understand it of why to use them, especially since it is this is more of more of a team fighting game and everything. So it's gonna be interesting to
Especially
see what you
like
use.
you could have really good edge guard with him.
Mhm. So it's gonna be very interesting on how they use that, how that's gonna be used in competitions
Pros. Yeah.
for pros. I know since we're getting like talking about more about actual competitions and pros, I did see Fox play the game a bit. I forgot who he was using though, and everything, and everything. I haven't seen a lot of fighter pros using Rendog in their 2v2s, so I don't know what if there's.
I've seen some interesting uses of Steven.
Oh yeah, Stevens has been the interesting one. Steven's universe is
I
going to
didn't
be
use
interesting.
Steven at all, actually.
So Steven is a very unique, interesting character in that game, and all that stuff. And that's only from fighting against you, going against them, and all that stuff. For that stuff. But I'm so excited for this game. I'm very excited to put since I don't and I yeah I know I got a lot of people from the stream that was asking for a code, but I can see myself using this and playing this game and stream more with a lot of stuff, using different things. Because remember, like I said, that game already had an online thing. It had custom games already available and all that stuff, and it already had a training room exercise and all that stuff and everything. I imagine I don't know what's gonna happen between now and July if they're gonna add anything or make changes to anything.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see this game because it feels for a free and like remember this is a free to play game when this comes out. This game has so much potential because there's not a lot of fighting games that are free to play. This is and all that stuff of this, especially of this kind of game too. And I'm just like,
Right.
it's just gonna be very exciting and all that stuff, and a very exciting game to play. Because it's a fighting game that I mean, don't get me wrong, I like fighting games, I enjoy them, but this is
So real quick, my bad. You said Taz was the opponent to Kirby. How does that work?
the eating part, just the eating part.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it.
No, he's more of a Wario. Let's be honest.
He's more Wario. He's more Wario. I only said Kirby because of the eating thing.
Oh, okay, the tornado thing.
Yeah,
I enjoyed him because of that.
Taz is an interesting character too. I wonder what I know. There's been a leak of potential more characters, but I haven't looked at it though because I want.
Oh man, I was gonna ask you.
Because I want to wait if it's gonna be out in the open beta and all that stuff. Because like all the characters that are on there now, I think I haven't played. There's a couple I haven't played yet, but I've enjoyed every single one of them that I've played and looked at.
I feel like Elmer Fudd would be a cool character.
Elmer Fudd is from
the one, Looney Tunes, the one that hunts. Yeah.
Yosemite Sam, maybe.
Yeah.
Daffy. Oh,
this
guns
is all
are too violent.
This is under the WB brand, and Looney Tunes is part of that.
Fred Flintstone. You know, what was he? Scorpion? No,
Fred Flintstone. Hey, honestly, I will not be surprised if we get a Mortal Kombat character in this game.
That'd be cool.
It's gonna be
or a Mortal Kombat skin.
Nah, I think we'll get because if you look at the mastery levels for each character, they have their own skins and all that stuff too, and everything. Like Harley had her Task Force X skin from Suicide Squad, which is pretty cool. Batman had a samurai one for like when
I saw that. That one was cool.
That one was cool. So that's those are.
You guys should check that.
I said we get Baraka. I said we get Baraka.
No, that doesn't make sense for that game.
It'd be cool though.
It doesn't make sense for that game. I mean, Smash Brothers, yeah.
Baraka and Smash Bros would be interesting.
And all that stuff. And I mean, he's in Fortnite, so.
Baraka?
If I remember correctly, yeah.
I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Baraka from Mortal Kombat is in.
Oh, I'm thinking of someone else now. My bad. Oh, Baraka. Wait. Oh, I'm thinking of a different nerve person.
The one with all the teeth and like he has like.
No. Yeah. Like he makes sense in multiverses, but not that character of who he is and everything. Yeah.
I was like, he's in Fortnite. Wait, why didn't I get that skin?
No, so that'd be. Ooh, I would love to see a Mortal Kombat skin in Fortnite. Honestly.
That'd be cool.
Speaking of Fortnite,
Shao Kahn in Fortnite would be awesome.
Speaking of Fortnite, we have an event. There's an event happening this weekend. By the time this episode comes out, apparently it's supposed to. I think it's supposed to mimic the Mech versus Monster back in Chapter 1.
Oh yeah.
All that stuff. I
chess.
think I might be able to do it. I don't know for sure. I have something that's at 2, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I don't know. But
I have not played Fortnite in a long minute.
We were supposed to, but that didn't.
Me neither.
We played this past Saturday. What are you
That was
talking
the
about?
first time in like 4 weeks though.
Yeah, but you said
Yeah, but
you making it sound like you didn't at all though, even though we just played like not that long ago.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And all that stuff. I think the one funny part about that is like apparently it's like people are getting a little fatigued with. I mean, I think it's because it's the end of the season though,
Yeah,
and
people
all that
usually
stuff.
always get kind of antsy at the end of a season.
Yeah, and all that stuff, and it's just like, and of course this is a season that's leading into an event also.
Yeah,
So it's like,
and,
of
and
course you're
people
gonna see
start
that.
getting antsy to get, they want the next season. Maybe.
Yeah, and all that stuff. And then, but the other thing, like, we didn't talk about this earlier and all that stuff, like in the earlier episodes, but like I kind of dawned on me just recently. It was like, cause like this season just is about to end in Fortnite. Apex just started. There's not that long ago. Warzone is in the middle of its mid-season update and all that stuff. And I was like, damn, this is a lot just happening. And then and then not that long ago, Halo just got into its second season, and everything, but it's lasting another 6 months, like the first season did. And people are complaining for the fact that it's 6 months long. And it dawned on me for the fact that it was like, you know what? I'm okay with that. I mean, it's like there's other issues with Halo Infinite in itself and all that stuff, like no Forge and no online the co-op stuff and everything like that.
Yeah.
And everything. But it was like it dawned on me, it was like, you know what? I'm fine with the fact with it going 6 months because I just dealt with 3 different changes in three other games within a month span.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. And I think that's probably more me because I play these different games at once.
Yeah.
And then like other people, they play just the one game. And all that stuff. And I was like, golly, that's a lot to deal with and all that stuff. But I don't know. It was just funny to see and all that stuff. It was
golly.
It was and all that stuff. But yeah, I was excited. I mean, the Fortnite season is cool. It's gonna be interesting. And apparently, there's a leak for the new season. Apparently, we're supposed to get Vader and Indiana Jones as skins.
I saw that. That was weird.
That's covered at all that stuff. It didn't and all stuff. So that was crazy to see and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff. But I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's not. There's like, for some reason I heard if you look up on the map when you play a game of Fortnite, you're supposed to see an Imperial starship.
I didn't see that.
I haven't seen it. And then
maybe it's like Galactus. It's like super super small. Maybe.
No, it's supposed to be like you're supposed to see.
Not that maybe it's a Galactus, but super super small.
No.
No. Like how Galactus is like super small.
Yeah.
But the thing was, you were able to see it though, and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
That was the thing. The other thing about it, when Kenobi came out on Fortnite, his trailer, it ended with him looking back, and then you hear the sound of a lightsaber going off. But you can see, but when it goes off, you can see the color reflection coming off, and it's red, too.
Mm.
So there's a possible chance. I mean, it could be Vader on that, and then of course
Anakin.
No, most likely Vader.
That'd be cool if it was Anakin.
And all that stuff. It's more to the fact of Vader because of the fact of course, the show and everything like that. It's supposed to be Vader in the show and everything like that. It times it perfectly and all that stuff. But
how cool would it be if like you got Vader, but then like not the alternate. Yeah, maybe the alternate skin is Anakin.
Oh, the style as they call it in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Vader, based off of what it sounds like, the leaks, Vader's supposed to be a battle pass skin.
Yeah. Or maybe, what if you get Anakin and then his emote is he catches on fire, and then after he catches on fire, he turns into Vader? That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be interesting. Wait, maybe?
Like he lights up his emote, he lights on fire, and then after he lights on fire, turns into Vader. Like, the skin changes. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kind of touchy though.
I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Kind of touchy.
You kind of touchy stuff.
Speaking of,
all right. So we had like multiverses. Now we have our Summer Game Fest coming up.
Oh,
bunch of previews for what's to come.
Yeah. So Summer Game Fest is June 9th at 11 a.m. We have the Xbox Without the Game Showcase coming on the 12th of June, And then of course we also have we have a state of play from PlayStation, which is on the 2nd of June. That's actually so that's gonna be before
Hmm.
everything. Um, I think so. Summer Game Fest, we're most likely going to see a lot of stuff of different other games. From what I don't know, and all that stuff, um, and everything. Xbox, but the showcase. From what it, of course, there is. So the two big games from that is supposed to be Starfield and Redfall, which got announced in last year's showcase, but those got delayed because those were supposed to come out this year. They got delayed till next year. We may see something from them. So I just don't know what. Maybe gameplay. That way we get like a taste of it at least. I don't know what other games are. I don't know what else they're gonna probably see. We'll probably see like some third party games. My thing is since now that Jedi Fallen Survivor got announced, we'll probably see something in there
Yeah.
maybe. Because EA as a whole, they're not doing anything this year. For that stuff, so you might see it there. We'll probably see some games that are gonna be coming to Game Pass, like day one of Game Pass and all that stuff. I hope not. I hope not. I don't want to do. There's a possible chance we might see some Halo stuff, but I don't think that. I don't. I hope not, because the last thing you need is to anger fans more now. Um. Uh. And then the state of play. So this one is before everything. They what from what they said in the blog, it's supposed to have exciting reveals from third party partners and sneak peek at several games developed for PlayStation VR 2, because there's a VR 2 model coming out and all that stuff. So
Right.
I don't I don't want to get excited. I don't want to jump to conclusions of like anything big coming out, because I think Sony might do a showcase style kind of thing later in the summer,
Hmm.
such as like maybe like we'll finally see more of God of War and something like that. That'll probably be like in the summer and everything, or what else is coming out later on. But other than that, I don't want to think like this is gonna be big, like some big stuff and all that stuff that they're gonna see. This is
I
probably
think
gonna
it's
see
just
more.
gonna be a couple announcements that we'll see throughout a couple
I
games.
think like maybe like Final Fantasy, the new Final Fantasy. I think it's around 16 now. I think the new one is because that's a PS5 exclusive. I don't think we'll see it at the state of play, but maybe at the showcase in the summer and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But I wouldn't be
Makes sense.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if people get excited about that and then be all, but like get it, like try to get hype this up, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
be disappointed at the end of it because this wasn't happening,
Right.
because this
Right.
is literally like 7 days before Summer's Game Fest and everything. But
Yeah.
and
I can see that. Makes sense. Yeah.
it's before the Xbox stuff. But yeah,
Yeah. That's also another big thing.
So, real question is,
sorry.
are you guys gonna be concerned about the new Call of Duty title that's gonna be coming out?
Oh,
No.
you mean Modern Warfare 2,
Well, yeah,
2022?
well, not new, but like remake. Yes,
It's not a remake.
it's a remake to me. No, just
It's a
kidding.
It's a
reboot.
it's literally a, yeah, technically it's a reboot based off from the
It's a reboot.
2019 and all that stuff. So we got a date, the 28th of October. Um, I think
You know,
the interesting part about it is it's still coming to older consoles. This title.
That makes
mhm.
sense.
But the thing is they're pitching this as the new era of Call of Duty. That's the thing.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
And all that stuff. So it's like, because the thing also like with the Modern Warfare title, we're also supposed to get a new Warzone and all
Yeah.
that stuff too. They're literally titling it Warzone 2. Well, people, I don't know if Infinity Ward is in Activision and
Yeah.
all that
Yeah.
stuff. So it's like,
it's just gonna be Blackout. Let's be honest. No, Return to Blackout.
so it's
Blackout was solid, dude. Blackout was solid.
ahead of its time.
Yeah, it was. It
As a Call
was.
of Duty battle royale, ahead of its time
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Um,
I say bring back Firestorm. Firestorm was solid too.
You know what? I just say we
that's
give up every battle
wrong
royale that
franchise.
we've ever played, and let's just
Wrong
go
No,
back
I
to
know
the
franchise.
that.
you guys.
Wrong
Yeah.
franchise, Manny. Wrong franchise.
I know, but it was a solid game.
So yeah, so PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One,
Oh,
and
okay.
then PC
Hmm.
via BattleNet
Oh, okay.
uh,
Makes sense.
and everything. Though there's a rumor that it might come to Steam on PC
Oh, interesting.
and all that stuff. Manny,
I'm trying to do.
I get that, but it's like
Oh my gosh.
during, of course, this was announced with a teaser trailer showing the artwork. in that video in that video there was like an image that said J822. What the rumor or idea could be that we'll probably get more information on June 8th, 2022. I'm going, or like some of the people are saying July and all that stuff. July 8th. And also the reason why I'm going with June 8th for it, because it's literally the day before Summer Game Fest event. Last year at last year's Summer Game Fest, they did show more information on Vanguard after they did announce that. So I'm just going with like summer repeats and all that stuff.
Right.
There are gonna be there is supposed to be there is leaked information about like when it comes out, like what's being provided. We are still getting we are getting the whole cross-gen bundle and everything like that again.
Yeah.
Again, and all that stuff, instead of just buy one get both and all that stuff at a similar price. But of course, there is going to be an open beta. It is coming first to PlayStation consoles because that contract is still going with them and everything.
Correct.
And all that stuff. Until it ends.
And but Xbox will have its turn.
But that's pending.
Mom said it's my turn.
But that's pending the transaction deal that with Xbox.
No. Mom said it's my turn on the Xbox. Oh gosh, that was too good.
Yeah, but again, like I said, that's pending. That once that contract ends, depending on the pending transaction of Microsoft buying Activision, which is going through its own things right now, on all that stuff, and all that stuff. So we'll see what happens there. Of course,
what if Elon buys it?
Huh?
This guy.
Oh my gosh! Let's not talk about that because that's going in its own thing itself.
Maybe Elon makes his own console.
But as of right now, it's PlayStation first. Will get the beta access. Of course, it will come out of platforms and all that stuff. And everything. But I'm excited for this. But at the same time, it's just like
I'm just like, oh, another Call of Duty game. I'm like, I was really disappointed with Vanguard.
I like the. I don't remember
from a zombie's perspective.
Zombie perspective, yes. I enjoyed the campaign.
I haven't even played the campaign yet.
I liked the story of what they provided with it. I mean, yes, it's another World War II game and everything like that, but it was not bad.
Yeah.
I think my whole other thing is like, with this is like, this is Modern Warfare, so we're probably not gonna get something zombie related.
Nope, we are not.
And everything.
This is also more.
But then again,
why I shouldn't buy the game.
But then again, like Vanguard got zombies, but though it was developed by Treyarch, who are the main people of zombies, along with the Black Ops games, I won't be surprised if they do that again, if they continue like their storyline and all that stuff.
I don't think they are gonna include any zombies in Modern Warfare.
It all depends on
just because like they already have Fiction World, and I believe that they already stated that they don't want to bring outer worldly concepts into their game.
Well, you have to look at it also now. Like it is more of a connective tissue story since Modern Warfare 2019, and all that stuff.
True.
There is more of a connective tissue to this now, to these stories, and all that stuff. Overall and everything. So that's because that's the second thing. That's the other thing I'm kind of like wanting to know, because it's like,
I know
when transitioning from Cold War to Vanguard, especially within Warzone, there was like a little cutscene that brought that story into and everything to make it to switch over. Yeah, Manny, stop, please. I'm dead. You gotta stop that. Oh my gosh. Oh my. It's
not the oh my god.
Oh my gosh. I was like, I get it. And for that. And but other than that, it's like
just trying to make sure paying attention or focus in the conversation.
I again, I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, I like Modern Warfare. The interesting one about this is rumored hazard mode, all that's coming with it. It's similar to a game that's called Escape from Tarkov, which is people like a lot. I don't know much about it.
DC game.
The one thing about like the common thing about it that I know about it is like you can like you're placed on a map. You when you kill people, you take their loot and all that stuff, but it's yours to keep and all that stuff and everything like that, and you can
This
use
is
it
correct.
for stuff and everything. But I don't know much more about it. But for me, it's more of the fact I think once we get more information on Modern Warfare 2, we'll see where it goes and all that stuff.
We'll see where
Sounds
it
good to
goes.
me.
I mean, of course, I'm gonna get it because now I'm just thinking of these yearly title. I mean, this is gonna be the last of the yearly titles for Call of Duty
That is correct. yeah.
Finally, they can finally start developing good get
and all that stuff. I started, but like if they kept going yearly, I'm just started thinking these as like expansion packs for Warzone because it comes with so that way I can level up my guns
That is true. It
and
is
all that
expansion
stuff.
packs.
A very expensive DLC.
Very expensive DLC
Yeah.
because it comes with a lot of stuff. I mean, it does come with a campaign. It does come with a multiplayer and all that stuff, and all and everything in this new mode. But once we see more, we'll see where this goes.
That's about right.
All right, and then I think the last thing we have is your experience with Obi-Wan, right?
Obi-Wan.
After 2 episodes, I'm in love with the show.
It's a solid show.
It's a very exciting show. Like there's like I think I didn't know what to come into this because it's like I'm not saying that Obi-Wan was one of my favorite characters. It's just Obi-Wan was just
Always
he's a cool character, yeah. But
Yeah.
he's not like one of my favorites. And it's like to see this story, to know him about what led like it's pretty much like how he was from episode 3 to where he was at episode 4 and all and everything. And how this story is and where it leads to now makes it very more interesting to watch
Sure.
for what it brings, and I'm very excited. And it kind of sucks now that it's 6 episodes because we got 4
Does it
left.
take place? Does it take place? Oh wait, no. It does take place before Rebels, right?
Yeah, so it is before. So if you look at a timeline, so this is 10 years after Revenge of the Sith
Correct.
and everything.
I just couldn't remember when Rebels happened.
So Rebels is if Rebels is a little farther on.
Okay.
And everything. So it's very exciting to see this. It's very exciting. The fact that it's a 6 episodes.
So then that would mean that a person that got the axe didn't actually get the axe.
Mm.
Without spoiling it.
Who? You can technically spoil this. You can technically spoil
person in season 2, in episode 2, they got didn't actually get.
Yeah, so there's a lot of there's already like questions about that particular scene at the end of episode 2. My thing is more like he's coming back. He's not.
Yeah.
He's, and all that stuff. He's not.
There's no way.
But it's like at the same time, it's like, is it the same? Like, I always thought of Grand Inquisitor. Yeah, I technically spoiled it right now.
Wow.
And all that stuff.
Yeah, all that work that I kept.
I meant to say I would say I always expected that name to be more of a title than an actual person.
Years of academy training.
It is a title, but it's clearly the same person. You know what I mean?
But then again, it's like, is there another? There could have been another one, maybe. I don't know.
Exactly. That looks exactly the same.
But that is the thing. Like that is something else entirely. Like that's I was gonna go off that in a bit. Then there was another theory that I found where it's like, oh, they just probably replaced it with machine parts. If you've seen Book of Boba Fett.
That's true.
So there's that also. So it's like, yeah, because I don't think that scene in particular was like, oh, they're gone. There's more. There's gonna be more to that story, especially between those two characters and all that stuff.
Also, if you get your hand cut off by a lightsaber, does it cauterize the wound as well?
Probably not.
It was super hot though.
Maybe.
Huh. So like, if I cut off somebody's hand, like the second sister did, there's not gonna be any blood.
Third.
Oh, third sister. There's not gonna be any blood or loss of blood because it cauterizes the wound as well.
I realize if we talk about this show more, I'm gonna have to correct you on those a lot.
So like basically, they can keep it PG and cut off body parts because
Well, yeah.
scientifically
Well, yeah.
there wouldn't be any blood because it cauterized the wound.
In the second episode, they showed up. There was a scene that where dudes. There was another
Yeah,
scene that
yeah,
showed that, but I mean, they didn't show it, but still,
yeah, but there wouldn't be any blood
they didn't go that
hypothetically
far.
speaking because it cauterized the wound.
Yeah,
Kind of cool.
Hypothetically speaking,
hypothetically
Yeah, yeah.
speaking.
Hypothetically, scientifically.
so
Yeah.
For that
they
stuff.
could do. Think of it. Wouldn't they use lightsabers in like the medical field then, right?
Yeah.
Well, I
Maybe
mean,
like
like
little tiny ones.
it wouldn't
not
be.
like
They're that
lightsabers,
small.
but
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
scalpels, like
Yeah, yeah,
scalpels.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
like
yeah, they're like
it
that
would have to
small
be a
little
different
blades.
type of scalpel. I don't think they would use I don't think the scalpel would have a kyber crystal in it.
I mean, it could just like a little tiny
Yeah,
shard of it.
maybe. Yeah.
Well, aren't those hard to find out in Star Wars?
I mean,
Yes,
somebody just
yeah.
chips off
And then
the old
also
block.
you have to find your own though. That's the thing.
That's the other thing. Yeah. So it's like
Maybe like Jedi doctors.
no,
They use the Force.
for that stuff.
I mean, the Force is nature, right?
Yeah. I'm having a good time. I'm loving the show already as much as even though it's only been 2 episodes. It sucks
Well,
that there's 4
also
episodes left.
they did also do research into unnatural or other options for kyber crystals. They have talked about that before in the books. That there is,
As in the books that are not canon.
but if they wanted to somehow make it canon that they have lightsaber scalpels, like they could have been like, well, actually, there's another source for lightsabers other than kyber crystals, and then they could have went into their different sources. But like,
As of right now,
that'd be a lot of work just to be like, oh, a scalpel.
as of
I mean,
as of how we talk about this, when we talk about Star Wars and we talk about canon, I'm gonna piss people off. Anything outside in the Legends category, I do not relate to unless they somehow do implement it in and all that stuff.
do you count Bloodline?
No, I don't think it's
But
canon.
Bloodline was made by Disney.
Wait, what is Bloodline again?
Bloodline's the book with Leia and Vader, stuff like that.
I mean, was it released after the purchase?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, it's canon then.
but it was made before the purchase, but it was released after the purchase. But it doesn't have any Legends connections. That's the thing.
It was made before the purchase, but released after.
See,
Yeah.
I have seen Star Wars Visions.
That is good.
And
Oh, that
you
got.
know what they did
Oh.
use? They used a microphone.
Those are anthologies, though. Those don't. They're not canon.
No, but it does give us concepts that in the real world these things can happen.
Anyways, speaking of Visions, there is a season 2 coming next year.
Oh, cool! I actually enjoyed Visions.
Yeah.
Because
I
I
should
could
watch
watch it without
Visions.
even having to worry about Star Wars. Because
Yeah, because it's not. It doesn't connect anything. Yeah.
exactly.
Those were good. I watched those. I got and all stuff. Those are really good.
I really like the
those.
different art styles throughout the shows.
Yeah, those are really fun to
But
watch.
all right, I think it's about to come to a wrap because
Real quick
I don't
before we
even know
finish,
how-
Bloodline is canon.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
all right.
Well,
I forgot how
like
to
I said,
end.
like I said, it's like I mean, I don't read like the books and all that stuff too. So
Bloodline's a solid one. I think you'd like it. Talks
You
about
know,
Leia and the
could I
Senate.
catch up on Star Wars if I just read it?
no,
You could technically.
No.
no.
True.
It's better to do the movies first and then jump into everything else. It's like and all
I
that
do
stuff,
recommend Bloodline though, Ricky, since you've seen the movie.
and all that
Okay.
stuff.
Talks about Leia's life in the Senate.
Oh, it's
during
all on
the
Disney
rise.
Plus. I just canceled my subscription, man.
I'm just gonna read the book. I'm just gonna read
Well,
the comics.
do you have Hulu?
No, I canceled everything.
Then
So all I
get
use
the
is
you can
HBO.
get the bundle. You can
Stop.
get the Hulu bundle with Disney Plus.
Stop.
Ad-free
I don't-
Hulu currently.
Yeah, for $20 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Because
I just use. Let's see. I use HBO. I got my YouTube Premium, Amazon Prime, and Shonen Jump subscriptions.
sounds good.
Makes sense. All right, continue what you're gonna say.
But I think it's about time that we
I mean,
call it a wrap. You know,
I mean, I
everybody
have,
think,
I mean, I have the Disney bundle, but then again, I use all three products
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, what we could also do is, we just all could share a password, and then we could just pay each other.
because I share my, I can't, I share with my family.
True.
Well, me and Arturo can,
Yeah,
but
but
we're
anyway,
not going to. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not gonna split the costs with you.
I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think Disney trips about that more than Netflix does.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Netflix is a tard, dude. They
Yeah.
are a turd. Because the fact that they're doing that, I'm like, are
Yeah.
you an idiot? That's the whole point of Netflix, man.
Yeah.
Spotify does it.
Really? Oh man.
If you
okay,
have a
we should
family, if you
pass-
have a family, if you do a family plan, they have to be within the vicinity of your area of where they have to be within your household. Because they somehow they
Oh,
have a
so they
way,
couldn't be like my neighbor.
so they have a way of like confirming that stuff and all that stuff.
So like, what if like I live
I think
next
it's
door
probably
to
through
like?
their IP address
Location.
for when they register
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I tried it because I had a Spotify account with my sister and my mom, and I switched it to a family with them, but they kept on requesting accept like a confirmation like air based off location. I'm
Oh, yeah.
like that's
That's so
stupid.
dumb.
Like Spotify's that for Spotify is stupid. That's
Yeah.
really stupid.
Especially because yeah.
Because I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, you use music everywhere, so
Yeah.
how are you gonna tell me?
Like
Yeah.
even though it's wrong, like I can understand it within Netflix and all that stuff, and if whenever Disney does it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I get that, but for Spotify, that made no sense.
Yeah, but I'm like,
Yeah,
and
it's weird.
but here's the thing too. I'm like, how are you gonna expect me to have like a movie based or show based subscription, right?
Mm.
And not invite people over, so multiple people are still watching you even without them paying.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I'm
Like I
like,
said, it just doesn't make sense.
yeah. But all right, guys, I think it's time to call it a wrap for the third time. um, this has been the No Name Podcast, and I've been your host Arturo, joined with our co-hosts Ricky and Manny. See ya.
May the Schwartz be with you.
This guy.